first thing we talk about on stream.
I'm done.
Alright, keep talking about it, it's funny.
So I'm putting more words into my words.
Oh. That sounds boring as shit.
Oh.
Oh, that's mean.
I'm glad I gave up on Echoes.
Get back to dot. I need someone else to
No.
cross-examine notes from. We can't all be my brain.
Please.
Just do dot points, Kay. You don't have to do full paragraphs.
That's not my style.
You can make
Okay,
it
we
your
need
I'm
style.
trying to get more into dot points as well, honestly, because it does make life a lot easier.
Hey, we need
This
to
is
start
why I
taking
stopped
notes again.
writing.
Yeah.
We need to start taking
Mine's
notes
just like
again,
very
so I have to
simple sentences.
So I can
That's
stop
smart.
going back and watching VODs. in
You
order
just
to
read
read
my
it.
thing.
Okay.
I'll just read your notes to write the recap.
Okay, it really
Yeah.
sucked when Gamma P finale was cut in half, and I didn't exactly remember how the last half of the game went, so I had to watch that, and I don't want to watch myself. Okay.
I had to stop because I had to like focus on what was happening.
Yeah, but when the time was over, you could go back to writing. Is all I'm saying.
I got bored.
How'd you
Wow.
get bored about the finale? That was fucking crazy. You
No, I got
kidding me?
bored about writing.
Oh, alright. Okay, well, good. Says it's restored.
Hi.
Everyone doesn't leave immediately? Alright, okay. Hello! We're back. Chapter 32 of Guardians Rebirth. It's been a little bit.
Okay.
Been a hot minute.
It's only been 2 weeks. That's like a net positive.
That's on time.
That's on time. Haven't had to stop. But we're back. Let me just take a sip and I'll read what's going on, because who knows? I don't even know. People might decide to do stupid things that I have to make up on the spot, and you know what? Base, that's how you play D&D.
Go on, North.
Yup.
You could go
I
now.
feel like that's echoes.
No, me and Darren are pretty good at predicting where people want to go with echoes.
You don't need to predict me. You're all good guys.
We read, we listen, we sometimes nudge people in a direction.
That's
Totally,
time.
totally.
You don't need to predict
Badger
anything with
time.
me. I'm an open book.
Badger time
We can go
was
carrots, they know
hell.
what it will take.
Yeah, but Badger Time was different. Badger Time wasn't like, oh, we're going to predict this thing. Badger Time was something spontaneous that I don't think anyone could have planned for.
Badger.
No.
And it came out of nowhere. He transformed into a badger for the very first time. I'm like, oh, okay, this is going to be an event. Anyway. Previously in Guardians Rebirth, the heroes began their investigation on the Oasis with May Ophelia, Kaede's Drake, found a horse statue made of fire opal partially buried amongst the sand at the bottom of the Oasis. Deciding that they need better spells to navigate under the water, they decided to rest and find out more from a visiting nomadic tribe. They learnt not much different information other than the detail that several more stories of creatures leading people to the Oasis are linked to Umahi. The next morning, they began the trial. After the exchange of items and spells, and they touched the statue of Umahi, they quickly figured out the goal is to remove the statue from the Oasis, and that the temperature of water fluctuated to extremes on both ends. Ultimately, it ended up with Atsushi and Mei as a polar bear manipulating this horse across the bottom of the Oasis. After a trip upwards did not seem to work at first. Several new ideas flew to Haito and Kaede, though they had mixed results. Meanwhile, Mayu spent her time keeping the two beasts up with healing magic. Eventually, they placed a statue on a pillar above the water, and Umahi appeared, and like his sibling, offered a small amount of time to answer questions and provided his boon to the party. Asking for information regarding some legendary items, Umahi told Kaede that Sol and Luna were together with the demon general far to the east. After returning back home, as others went to relax, Mei stopped by Kaede's room to get an idea how the latter was feeling after hearing the news on Sol and Luna. Kaede seemed more driven to retrieve her weapons, but was different to how Mei felt about retrieving Atsushi. As she laid in bed, Mei was tossing and turning regarding where the party should go next, west to heal her friend, or east to help another. And that's where we start. It is the morning of the... according to the notes, the 1st of October.
The morning of this morning.
The morning of this morning is morning. It's warm because we're in the desert.
Cheers.
And morning.
Mayu gets up a little later than she usually does. She's usually like, I wouldn't say she's an early morning person, but she's like kind of that normal time, I guess like the 8 a.m. point. But she's up a little later.
Yeah, Hato's his usual late to rise self. I feel like generally due to the fact that he has to stay up decently late writing his book to try and finish this frickin' spell book off, he ends up being one of the last people to show up for breakfast and stuff.
I mentioned Kaede's early. Kaede always kind of is the more earlier riser, prepare, get things ready for the day kind of gal. Even with like the events of the past like day and a bit, sort of floating around. They don't see. You just
So-
a normal routine.
Is that just me?
Yeah, that was
Is
a
it just you?
big pause there.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. So it is on my end. Good to know. She's an early riser. She's just basically like doing her normal stuff. Nothing seems to be bothering her, if there was anything.
Fair enough.
While I quickly mess with my stuff.
Yeah, I'm assuming we all gather for breakfast, unless for some reason someone's not here. Go down.
No.
I just looks at everyone's like, so we need to really decide our next course of action now that we've taken care of that trial. What do people have in mind? Because honestly, I've got one plan. I've one idea, but I'm open to other suggestions.
I look towards me and Kaede, being like, sort of really knowing they're the ones that have like really strong opinions either way.
Well, at least lay on your suggestion. What have you got?
Well, actually, I have two. The first one was obviously go east to retrieve Sol and Luna, and the other idea was to go west and potentially find my staff.
Do we have a lead about your staff being in the west?
We got one very minor lead. That Satasu, one of the Celestials of Toreshi, it's a monkey apparently, might know where my staff is. Though they said also, or Chikiryu might know, but they don't. It's one or the other. I don't know much about Chikiryu.
Okay.
But that is a very minor lead, as they maybe know where my staff is. So.
Small
Rogue.
addendum pause. I've recently changed the name just to be a little more easy to pronounce. It's Chikiryu. There's now an I in between the Ryu and the K, just to make it sound better.
How do you spell it?
It's the same, but with just an I in the middle. Let me just like that. Chikiryu.
Okay. Chikiryu.
I realized
Chikiryu.
when writing things it sounded dumb.
I'm going to
What
assume
was
since
how was
Satasu
it
is a monk.
pronounced before?
Hmm?
How was it pronounced before?
Chikiryu. Without the I, just straight into the R. Chikiryu.
Uh,
Oh, yeah.
K-I-Y.
But yeah, as it is a very minor lead, as in a maybe we're not sure, I'm open to alternating that plan off, I don't know, either going after Sol and Luna or heading west as well. I don't know, for other reasons, or north. Again, open to suggestions.
Well, east
So,
at least gives
just
us
to-
a most. Oh yeah.
Yeah, I was just gonna
No.
quickly say. I was just gonna quickly say, like, do we know about like what May was told about, like somewhere in up, like to be able to help Atsushi? Have we been informed about that? The
I
importance of
think
it.
Whoever was
the
with
priest
her,
here
yeah, whoever went with her to the
mentioned
priest a couple days ago, they would have heard because I
I'm
don't think
pretty
it was
su-
private.
I think that I did. I'm pretty sure. And I'm just gonna
think
like
it was-
say that I did.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure you were there. I think
Yeah.
Kaito was there, and I don't think Kaede was there.
I think Kaede like stuck around for the
Yeah.
full conversation. She was there, but
Oh, wait, no, you were there. You were
I
there.
think
You
it
were
was the
there.
other way around. I think Kaito was the one
Other way
at
around?
home doing.
okay.
Yeah.
Or doing nerd
You're
math shit.
right.
I think like Kaede was there, but like she wasn't like fully taking it in, so I wouldn't be surprised if she didn't hear it because she kind of
Yeah,
already
'cause, yeah,
had the
you were-
idea that like it wasn't gonna be fixed anyway.
So unfortunately, it seems like Atsushi's not been fully healed of whatever happened to him. But my thoughts is that if we're able to get Sol and Luna back, and the Demon King's influence has affected them as well, I just feel like it would make more sense if we did that first, and then we head to the place and help both of them, or all three of them.
It's the most.
So if there is a way to be able to fix it.
It's the most guaranteed information I believe we even have right now, and it's one step closer to going home.
Also, I do believe there is a possibility that one of the Demon Lord Generals is active in each of the 4 cardinal cities, or maybe even all 5 of the countries. But we have no confirmation about, central, west, and northern countries, but we at least now have been confirmed that to the east, one of them is active.
It's the biggest risk, but it's also the most important to do. Because leaving Sol and Luna with them just... I'd rather not do it for any longer than we have to, And Atsushi, as much as he may lash out a little bit in combat, we can keep him safe, we can look after him, we can, I guess, minimize the risk. He seems happy enough.
I actually want to
we
contradict
just
that
have to be
initial
cautious.
risk assessment. I think it's actually riskier if we leave Sol and Luna in the hands of the generals now.
Yeah, I get that, actually.
With
It's
Atsushi,
risky.
it seems to be it seems for the time being to be isolated around them in a flash. Keep your distance, and you could probably avoid whatever that is, or keep him more protected, keep him away from combat, maybe.
And getting them back.
But
very
Sol and
powerful.
Luna with a demon general is probably going to lead to something worse. And if our plan and goals are to eventually rid of them all, we have a confirmation of one.
You're right.
Yeah.
I guess I'm just nervous about getting back into one of those fights again. I want to, though. I'm not saying that we shouldn't. I agree. I think that that's the best course of action. But we get it. I guess we've got to really realize that this is going to be another really big fight like the last one.
Potentially. Who knows? The circumstances might be very different over there. It could be it will probably, at least I'm hoping, it won't be the case of us fighting the Demon Lord General person in front of 2 opposing armies, one attacking and one defending the city. Hopefully it's something a bit subtle.
Yeah, hopefully they have the same honor system of 1v4.
Depending on the creature, I doubt it.
Well, depending on the creature. Also, traveling gives us the option of encountering new things. It opens up the potential for more celestial trials. We can, seek out more boons to gain. So hopefully, by the time we reach, the wherever Sol and Luna are, we'll definitely be stronger than we are in this moment, and definitely stronger than we were when we fought the last general.
Yeah, I think finding the little trials makes a lot of sense.
One thing that might be it might sound a bit odd as a delay, but also potentially a good idea. Since, from what I remember, there isn't really a path directly from Avira to what's the eastern country called, AJ?
Kun?
Dracun.
I didn't have that one written down.
Yeah. You think it's best to go north to Starhome and then west?
Yes. It gives the potential of also maybe finding a quest that we can do along the way to earn us a bit more money so we can acquire more equipment. And the other thing I was going to say is entering the labyrinth here was very beneficial to us when we first arrived. It might be an idea once we get there to at least do a delve into their labyrinth as well, as it seems that each one is different. the complexity and danger in each labyrinth appears to be different, and we did earn quite a bit of skill and strength from this one. Maybe we'll gain more strength from the next one as well.
Yeah, plus we still got the items from the boss enemies as well, don't we? That we can leak into something that would help us.
I think one was used.
Yeah, one was definitely used.
I think. I'm not entirely
One
sure.
was used for Mayu's weapon, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
Was it?
Okay.
Was it?
Yeah, my
Was it
sword.
Flame Tongue?
No, I think that was just that might have just been a thing, a core.
Based?
I'm just having a look. You've done 3 bosses, right?
Yeah, it was an elemental core.
Yeah, she is. And then there was the ogre and the minotaur.
Horn, I think. Someone's got the minotaur horn, unless it was
I don't-
used.
Not me.
That was before when we lost all that.
No, yeah, that's gone.
Yes, okay. Did
Yeah, that was before the wipe.
did we lose the ogre one as well, or did we go again after?
I don't-
Ogre
I don't-
one,
I don't
we should have.
particularly know. I'm having a look through inventories and I can't find the ogre.
Yeah, I can't
What was
find it
the
in
other
mine.
one?
It's I?
I believe it was a tie.
Well, I don't have that.
Because we were thinking about
Got
doing
a-
that, and that was definitely after the wipe. I can't edit my inventory.
Guardians Rebirth.
That's not fun.
Group 1? No. I didn't make an item, I just made it on the sheet, I guess. You have at least one. If there is another, then we'll find it. If not, then who knows?
Who knows?
Who knows?
We'll figure it out.
I cannot edit my stuff.
What are you trying to edit?
It was like trying to use the edit button for my inventory, but I can't actually do anything there.
It's probably a mod broken at the moment.
Cool. I'll keep that in mind.
Make a note and
I will
Change
make
it.
a note of stuff. It's just more so I was just going to change something categorically, but
Okay.
I'll make a note for anything important.
Anyway,
Did anyone else have any opinions of where we should go or what we should do on the way?
Well,
And was it in this area that we had a special quest about someone who went missing?
that was up in Koryu.
That was Korea? Okay, because we.
I don't remember the
okay.
exact details, but someone went missing in the mountains to the east, I believe.
west.
And then there was the west.
Oh no, you're right.
Um,
You're right. East. You're right. My bad.
And then there was also a Formorian or something that escaped from the mines to the east, but it fled northwest. So it's kind of east, but also more north. I don't know exactly where, or if that quest would even still be there by the time we get back to Koryu.
And that's what I was about to bring up. A bit of time has passed
Yeah, that's-
since.
Yeah, we
Quite a
might
bit
be
of
able
time.
to check in on those if they're still active.
And if they're not, who knows? Maybe there might be something new there.
Yeah, Haito
Yeah.
might have
Oh
a
yeah,
point in that
something
regard.
else that leads east.
What was that, Friday?
Haito might have a point in that regard, where it probably is better if we want to do something along the way to go back to Stockholm and then find something that might lead in that direction. Either way, it's a rest point we know, and an easier point for us to head off at than following through the mountains.
We know how difficult the mountains were last time, so
They definitely
sense.
would be a lot easier to move around now with that trial completed. However, it's still maneuvering around the side of a mountain.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying if we head north, there's probably a trail from Ostilio that could take us through the mountains near the mines.
I'd also like to go and see how Stelholm are doing. It's been a while since we've been there, so maybe they might have heard rumors or... I just want to make sure they're doing okay.
Yeah, it'd be good to check in on them.
Okay, well,
Sure.
might not be a bad idea to at least check the adventuring board here before we go. Let them know
Always
that we're
worth-
heading out.
That
And
our goal
then-
is to head to Dracun. Yeah.
Yeah,
You guys know that there's no missions on this board.
Yeah,
They've
Yeah,
been suspended,
yeah,
for,
right.
they've been suspended for a week.
I
So
forgot
unless
about
we
that.
hang around for a week.
But I still think it's a worth idea letting the dude in charge here know what's it, fucking...
It's over the V, right?
The Sultan?
Vang.
No, Vang,
Vang.
yeah, letting Vang know that we're
Yeah.
heading
Okay.
to Dracun.
Don't know why I thought Vosk.
To follow- If we're like, yo Vang, we're heading to Dracun because we've received a tip that there might be another a general active in that area. Good luck. Please let us know
Go,
if anything
do
happens
some
down here."
clairvoyance. Give us a sign.
Yeah, Vang God
A
Eye.
question as well. I can't remember because like there are so many different campaigns with so many different things we do with our rations. Was
Yep.
someone carrying all the rations?
Yeah, I am.
Or okay, cool.
We're not just basically carrying them individually anyway. Like in this, but you've got all the numbers.
I've got all the numbers. I think the
think
idea
that-
everyone's carrying them separately, really, because
Yeah.
I don't know how many rations we can fit into one card, but I've just been manually tracking them all myself.
I think it
we'll
makes
probably
sense
more-
having one person carry the rations because you know then it's less fucking filling up our bags.
but we're probably gonna need more.
how
We
are
have
we
less
doing
than
with
10 days
rations?
worth.
Back.
Okay.
Yeah, we have
How
about
much?
7. We've had 7 days worth, just shy of 8. Before we're gonna run out of food.
That's
Okay.
more than enough to
That's
get us
another
to Starholm.
That'll definitely be enough to get Starholm, and then we can always purchase more once we're there.
I mean, worst case scenario, I thought that we can always go cleric if we get caught in a bind and just create some magic food. But okay, well, guess that gives us a
ingredients.
place to go. Yeah, I think so. Is that okay with you, Maggie? Waiting a little bit before we go west.
Wait, sorry, what's the plan? I had to dip for a sec.
Go to Dracun. That's the plan.
We're gonna start off going to Stockholm, and then we're gonna check in there and see if there's any quests that lead towards Draken.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna cross that way instead of going over the mountains.
Yeah, sounds solid.
Okay. All right. I guess we're no time like the present.
I'm good to go
since it's
today, yeah.
early. I'm gonna miss this place.
Yes.
May like nervously puts her hands together and is like, well, I mean, it doesn't have to be today. You guys were gonna like properly meet Aquila before we left, and I was gonna so we could all say goodbye to her.
We can leave tomorrow.
Yeah, that's fine. Sorry, I forgot about that. Yeah, tell you what, I'll do some shopping. A little bit, like I got a decent bit of money. I'll get some stuff that I think we might need.
I can go grab some more rations just to keep us stocked up. So I'll come.
Cool.
Cool. Yeah. Wait, hang on. Where did you say? Yeah, you said there was a tea place or something we could go to, Haito?
Yeah, absolutely.
Did you-
And it tells the place that he has taken Mayu to before. I don't know the name because we never decided one, because who cares?
It's the tea place.
It was an off-screen thing, so who gives a shit?
Generic tea store. All right, great. I'll
It's
go
called
let her know.
the
and see if we can...
Drop of
Fire leaf.
desert. The drop of the desert. Cactus juice, the store.
Cactus juice.
I was gonna call it fire leaf, but that works.
The tagline is "It'll quench you."
I
Um,
don't like that.
just as a note, I did my notes. It was probably like a toenail or a toe for the ogre, and you did that before you got killed.
Neat,
Yeah.
cool. Thank you.
Okay. Yep, that actually, yeah, that sounds right. Now, it being the like toenail.
Oh yeah, the second
Okay,
floor
yes,
wasn't.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So we only have the
toenails.
fire one that we used for the sword.
Yeah.
And I need 2 people to roll me D100 as a tower and tell me high or low.
Low, I'm doing it.
Okay.
We said 2 people though.
I am doing it.
Okay.
High or low?
1 low, 1 high.
Alrighty then.
Or is
You wanted the opposite of what each other rolled. Oh no.
Alright, all good.
Now we check the shop. Clearly that was AJ re-rolling all the shops.
Why
No,
would
it
you?
wasn't.
Why would the shop reroll?
I
On
don't
a
know.
holiday.
Buying rations, dude.
Yeah, I know.
Alright, I'll go, tell Aquila about the thing and see if we can do that today. You'll come too, right, Kaede?
Sure.
He looks at you with sparkles in her eyes.
It's okay. You won't feel like the 5th wheel at all.
Wow, deja vu.
It's fine, you're used to it. Should be
Yeah,
easy.
exactly. Like the last like trail ends of the conversation, kind of was like not phasing out of it, but like just more so in her own like contemplative thought. And then like when you like sort of speak to her, she's just like, huh? And then like catching up to the information, she's just like, you sure?
Well, of course. It's for all of you. Because like you guys haven't like spoken to her as much as I have.
I feel like I'm probably not the best person for when it comes to a lot of others around here. But alright.
It will be fine. We'll have a great time.
Yeah.
Great.
Time to get that shopping done. Ah.
Ooh.
She like sort of awkwardly leaves. I'd say as we leave, like Mo's just like, how are we gonna get out of that one?
We'll get out of the whole like lunch thing.
Yeah, because isn't the whole idea that we say we're gonna go and then it's like, oh no, we did this thing and we're not gonna be able to make it. So then, like, they have to have tea together on their own.
So I was like, I feel like I had a plan for this, and I've forgotten it.
Maybe we go for a little bit and then we're like, yeah, no, I got nothing. I don't know how to do this.
I've got a great idea. We go for a little bit, and then I'll do like oh no, I forgot. I had an order at a store nearby. A store. I had to pick up something special for our travels. Sorry, I've got to duck out. I'm so sorry having to leave suddenly. And then I'll leave. And then I'll be like, it's actually a bit heavy. Could you help me carry it, Mayu? And then you'll leave. And then Kaede can figure something out.
Yeah, but won't they ask? Won't they ask what the thing was? And then
I'll tell them it was a surprise.
thing. But we'll be on the road. And then they'll be like, didn't you buy it for the road?
I mean, if we need to have an excuse, Hatcher just like steps into a little like side area because his cards are weird, and he just pulls out the card that has a full set of plate armor in it. And it's like, could just say it was this. I picked it up several days ago, but I can just say I've got it today, tomorrow. Yeah, today.
I don't remember that.
Yeah, but it turned into a card. Why would you need me to help you carry it?
Oh, well, because I'm gonna collect it. I can't, turn it into a card in front of the blacksmith. That would be weird.
Okay, that makes sense. All right,
Yeah.
all right, cool. We got it now. Awesome.
Cool. All right, so
Right,
let's.
Anyway,
We should probably think of an out for Kaede too, because she doesn't know we're planning this.
we need. Yeah. Well, I was going to say she could help us carry it, but then.
She's very small. Well, okay. We'll figure that out later. As it turns, she keeps walking down the road towards the shops with you. I can't edit my character sheet at all.
Yeah,
I'm
so I
just
can't
saying-
even-
I just said that.
Yeah, no, it's like you can't add rations or anything though. I'll have to take a note
Yeah,
down
so
on
just
what
write down a note. Yeah.
I'll put it in
Write
my.
down what you did, how much you spent, and we'll worry about it later.
Oh, you can spend money. That's fine. You just can't add.
Oh,
things.
you can give money. That's great. We can't
Yeah.
get stuff.
You can gain money too.
Oh,
I'll put it in my Haito's math notes.
wait,
Math
try
notes.
now.
Oh, yep. No, now I can edit shit.
They have a
Awesome.
They have a lock mode for character sheets now. I don't know why.
What? Oh god.
Maybe
yeah.
I don't know. Maybe to like stop people from editing their sheets if you don't trust your players.
Why?
Interesting. Anyway, I'll unlock it for everyone.
Oh, but the constant bin icon's there.
I mean,
Yeah.
you should be able to just switch it off. It's just your
How
edit,
many ra-
isn't it?
Yeah, I'm just gonna
What
keep it locked until I need to edit something.
Well, can you guys unlock it yourself?
What?
I can't.
No?
How do you lock and unlock it? I
There's
can
a
change my
little-
achievement.
There's a little
There's a,
button
there's a
Actually,
lock at the top
near the
next
top.
to the
It's like
question
top
mark
right.
and minimize.
Yeah.
Oh.
Oh,
I
there we
can
go.
do it.
Yep, easy. Awesome. It's
Right.
1 gold for 2 rations, right, AJ?
Yeah.
Let's roll. Okay, cool.
Interesting.
So 2
I'm
gold
just
for a
gonna
day.
spend. Yeah. No, it's 1 gold for 2 days. Oh, 2 gold for a day for us.
Yeah.
You see, I track rations per person because I'm an idiot. So I have 31 rations, which is just under 8 days worth.
That's fair.
Okay, I will figure it out. However much money I deduct on my next, I bought two more casts to find familiar because I always need more of those.
Oh, I should probably get some of those.
It's always good to have.
I shouldn't need the materials for that.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's just spend 25 gold, and just add 50
Yeah.
more freaking rations. So now we have 81 days of rations. Boom.
Hell yeah. You only what? 25 gold. That's it.
He spends
Well, because
a lot.
we already had 31, so it's 25 gold is 50 days worth of food.
Okay.
Man's a wizard.
A wizard?
Wizard.
Who is it?
I think I'm also gonna stock up on healing potions because I don't have any left. Oh no, I have 3 of them. Never mind.
I don't have enough.
I mean, 3 potions is always never enough.
I
I'm good
wanna,
though.
I want to ask about like. Does anyone actually know about Dracoon and like what kind of place it's like? It's sort of what's the climate like? What's the sort of like anything about it, sort of thing. Like,
Well, from playing the
Specific
game,
things.
you know that it's a very mountainous area. The major city there is a bunch of floating islands that was once an exploited a mountain in of itself. It is quite cold in most of the areas, though the north is freezing and constantly in snow. Yeah.
so old and mountainous. I'd like to see if I can buy some like mountaineering equipment or something like that that might make it a little bit easier for us to travel in that kind of climate. Maybe I don't know if we do. Well, we have desert gear, but I'd like to get something maybe for like colder weather, if I'm able to find anything like that too.
Probably not here. They don't have a need to sell cold weather gear in the desert.
You know what? That makes sense. What about the
Yeah.
mountaineering gear?
You can get a climber's kit for sure.
Okay.
It's 25 gold, but yeah, no cold weather gear here. You probably have to look at Starhome or somewhere nearby, near a mountainous cold region would be probably better to do so.
Like Australia.
Yeah.
Australia, or whatever it's
Honestly,
called.
well, how much for the climbing gear for all of us?
100
Send me
gold
back. 100 gold each?
total.
Oh, okay. Sorry. I'll do that then. For 100 gold.
I'm pretty sure climbing gear is a lot of stuff though, so we might not need a pack each.
I think
Oh.
I've got a climber's kit and a healer's kit
Well,
Climb.
shit.
and a thieves tools kit.
Yeah,
Well-
climbing
You'd know this.
I probably would.
Yeah, it's something that she's mentioned like very early on, and it was something that she was like wanted to buy back upon coming back, was like being as prepared as possible.
You know what?
actually-
I'm.
Sorry,
Okay.
yeah, I was like, we probably will need a kit each because each kit contains special boot tips, gloves, harnesses, and stuff like that for like a one person. So yeah, you're right.
Like it's not for me, I fly.
Tell you what, I will get the full set anyway, just so we have a spare one at home if something is to happen. So she'll just take one and take it back to the manor. Just because, you know, can't be too prepared, I guess.
Okay, second
Also
death.
because she probably bought all of them, and then like on the walk back was like, shit, oops. Oh well, and kind of just committed to it at that point.
So you
But yeah.
whoopsies, oh well.
But yeah, no, that I'll just get that from for now. So I'll put a little note somewhere that there's one at Ember.
I put it in
And-
the party
and the veil.
inventory. But yeah, I'll make a note
that's
just
the
as
note.
well. But
I mean, we have a note page. I think I made it called Embervale Manor Notes.
Oh, you did?
Yep, I made it a public one so everyone should be able to see it.
I don't
Easy.
think anyone will be able to type in it though. It
No.
would just be for you.
Well, you just put it in there, then there.
One climber's kit kept at the manor.
There's two things
Yeah,
to keep at the
that's-
manor: a climber's kit
Oh.
and
Before we properly head out as well, like Maya will let our housekeeper Maria know that we are planning on leaving for. We're not sure how long we're going to be gone for.
Yep.
Wild.
You just let her know that she doesn't have to cook anymore after tomorrow's breakfast, and that's fine. She'll just maintain the house.
I'm sure there are ways we can
Except
contact
for-
her if need be.
Yarp.
What are we doing
I'm
about
sending-
Z?
You know?
Yeah.
What are we do? What are we doing about Z?
I mean, we already told
Bang.
Bang about what's going on with the book and everything and how it's affecting her mentally, and we've told him to keep asked him to keep an eye on her, and he was like, yeah, okay, that's important, I'll keep an eye on that.
Yeah.
I also could just heal
Okay.
it.
I feel like I've taken enough screen time now, so I'm going to let someone
No,
else
take
do
more.
their thing. No. Someone else can do stuff.
Hi, sir.
I'm good.
You good?
I got supplies for potion. I got supplies for that, and I got a bunch of rations. Any spare time Haito has today that isn't going to be distracted, he's going to be spending trying to write, because I have this cool 30 hours of fucking writing he still needs to do to finish his second spell book.
You can do that today.
Yeah, I'll do 30 hours of writing in one day.
And I'll go speak to Aquila and then do a little bit of shopping, just to get some extra find familiar materials.
Yep. Do you want to do the shopping first and then do the Aquila, or other way around? It doesn't
but
truly
Aquila.
matter.
Yeah, no, she would go to Aquila first
Okay,
to like
yeah.
get that locked in, and then wait, so long as that gets locked in while waiting, do the shopping.
Yep. As you enter the guild hall, you see that she's currently dealing with another adventuring group, and once they finish, you can step up. Probably waiting maybe about 10 minutes max. You see that as before, the guild hall is relatively empty. The people that were talking to her have left, and she seems to be giving orders about like where reconstruction efforts can go to. Explaining that there's no questing until like Monday, so do something else if you don't want to help. As you step up, she's like, hi, May.
Hi. So, I just wanted to tell you that, basically we've got a lead on where Kaide's old daggers could be.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. But it requires us going east into Jakun. So we're gonna be, leaving soon, and we'll be gone for a while.
That makes sense, yeah.
Yeah, but before we go, I thought it'd be cool if you could. You've spoken to them, but I thought if you could properly meet the others, like Mayu, Kaede, and Haito, spend some time with them, and as a sort of goodbye.
That'll be fun. Yeah, I'm down for that. I'll let Dad know about what you just said. He had something. She quickly ducks down looking for a notepad, finds it. Your friend you were talking about, the one that you told him to look after, she left the day you told him that.
Neat. I'm glad.
I see. She bounced. She freaking bailed. Well.
Yep.
Thievery's out of the question, guys.
Well, shit.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Cool. Thank you for telling me. I'm assuming no idea where just gone.
She didn't tell anyone anything. When we had a look in the evening, we couldn't find her, and when we investigated her bedding that she was using, that didn't have any of her effects on her.
Yes, you don't think she's just gone to the labyrinth or something? Because wasn't she in the labyrinth for a bit to get some materials?
She would, but she would have left her books there. There was probably no reason to bring them all.
Yeah, she's taken everything. Okay, cool. Thank you for letting me know. I'll tell the others.
Yep.
So I guess when you what time do you finish work? I don't mention that there's a tea place that we could all hang out at.
I finish probably around dinner time, 6.
Okay, so
I do have a lunch break.
Wait.
If you guys wanted to leave today, I have a lunch break around noon.
how long's your lunch break?
About an hour, an hour and a half. There's not much for us to do here, so there's only really a need for one person to be at the front. So I don't think these two will mind if I go out for a bit longer, and you see that the other 2 guild staff that are there just nod.
Okay, yeah, that could probably work. All right, we'll try for that. I'll check in with let the others know, and if that works for them, I'll come back to confirm.
Okay.
But start by aiming for the lunch break.
Gives a nod.
All right, I'll get that note. See ya.
Bye.
And I'll go find the others.
Yeah. I'm assuming after we do the shopping, Haito and
She knew that you guys were shopping.
yeah, but once we collect the stuff, we probably head back to that manor. That way we can divvy things out once people reconvene, so it won't be hard to find us.
Yep.
And also, if it means Haito get an hour or 2 of writing done, the more the better.
I have to keep writing.
I mean, I had an idea of if I can get enough time done, I could leave my spell book here and then just take the spare one, and then just only prepared spells would need to be copied into the because prepared spells take like no time. That's the whole benefit of it. Because I've already got all the materials. It's just the time, the fucking time.
So much time.
What time?
Okay. Kaido, anything you're doing before lunch?
To be honest, probably not. I think a bit of a different contrast to like the day previous. It's like kind of normalish. I wouldn't say she's doing anything particularly, but probably just more what the usual resting routine of her would be when like they were like staying at the manor at that first initial time, just trying to get used to the place itself, but in a way, of course, with how she is never really getting used to anything. So it's just kind of off her and maybe like picking little bits like here and there from whatever like library or something, just to like catch up with information of this world, just in preparation. But like that's probably it. I imagine she's not really doing too much else. A lot of what she does is prep work.
Easy. I'll say if there's an overlap where like Haito, Mayu, and Kaede are back at the manor before May is, then Haito's gonna approach Kaede and be like, listen, okay, I know we're doing a lunch thing, I think today with the tea house with May. You need to think of an excuse to bail after like 10, 15 minutes, okay?
Now, should I question the intent?
Well, the intent is this. They're really cute, the two of them, May and I've already forgotten the name because I'm writing so much. They haven't, Aquila. They haven't really had time to have any dates or anything because I think May isn't 100% like realizing what's going on there. I'm not sure. So we're gonna have this nice get together with everyone. We're gonna meet her, chat for a bit, and then Mayu and I are going to conveniently have another thing pop up that requires us to suddenly leave. You need to think of something as well. That way, we get to leave them alone, having a nice tea and cake, and it's a date. We're gonna force them to have a date. It's gonna be cute.
Okay, and why not just say, no, you're good, go on it without us?
Because she's excited about having us meet Aquila outside of work and, get to know us not in a business-like capacity.
Make it inside check real quick.
Sure. $23.
It's pretty good.
She thinks you're foolish and a fool.
You're foolish, you fool! It's really easy to pick up on like the small subtleties. It's almost like a blank, not entirely caring whenever it's mentioned of like more of this like sort of frivolous activity. Probably a similarity to what it felt like when we had that what's the word I'm looking for? The ceremony, the aftermath party, or like from saving the town. She doesn't seem to have that full on care, but not that harshly, but in that sense of it. She's just like, okay, that's not hard to do. Just, I'm sure I can find a way just to not show up. That's really simple.
The point is we have to show up because she wants us there to meet Aquila properly, but then we have to find a polite way to excuse ourselves to leave them alone. There's intricacies here, so it's very subtle. You just have to pull the stick out of your ass and do something for her this time, okay?
In a similar sense, like that stare doesn't kind of go, and just gives a nod. This one probably less readable.
You know, and you're like, all right, well, don't fuck up. I have to go organize some things. By the way, we have a climber's kit for you. Maya bought one.
Damn it. I
My-
wasn't
my-
supposed to tell her that. Oh.
That's fine. We can probably use a spare.
Thumbs up and walks off.
You hear Pickle's voice. She's a fucking asshole.
Fucking cunt, hey.
What a cunt.
Yeah, that's fair.
Not actually, but yeah.
Yeah, I made it sound as like more harsh than it is because my words aren't coming to me today, but it definitely is like a
Indifference.
indifference. That's the word I'm looking for. Thank you.
Yeah.
I
though,
mean,
upon-
the indifference,
upon-
you're like, whatever. Like, it's a thing,
Yeah.
it doesn't really matter that much to her. But the Haito is like, just pull the stick out your ass and do something for someone else for once, you little
And
shit.
and then to me, okay, that's just high toe being high toe again. Great.
Alright.
I would say that after that, like knowing that there is a plan that they want to do, like for this, the easiest thing that I could easily do is just kind of float away, and that's probably exactly what I'll do, in the sense of just like waiting until a bit later, then just sort of not entirely sneaking out, but just sneaking out and just being on my own for the remainder of the day.
You just fucking fly away then.
Yeah, I can fly away. I got wings.
Cuts to the other two leaving. Looks at Kaede. I seem to have stabbed myself. She pulls out a deck and stabs herself.
Guys, I have stabbed myself. I was testing this
Oh,
magic, did not work as I thought. So I stabbed myself. That is apparently not how self-sacrifice works.
I was trying to do that trick where you like flip the dagger around in your hand.
5-finger fillet. That just reminds me of something I did with one of my other characters. I tried
Oh,
to show
no.
off to a group, and I rolled a nat 1 and stabbed myself in the middle of the hand.
Guys, I'm practicing my my dagger skills, and I just like how you flip a butterfly knife? It's like that.
May's just like,
But
oh,
just
I can heal you. He's like, no, don't.
No.
I'm gonna seek professional help.
So I
no,
had.
don't waste your spell slots. It's fine. Might need that.
What?
Goodbye. Walks out.
Oh. Uh,
I was like, I'm going to seek professional help for my head. I'm very disturbed, and just walks away.
No, it's not because I'm hurt. It's not because of the bleeding or anything. I'm seeking professional help to make me do that better.
The third and funniest option, other than the one that I provided, is, yeah, Myra Haito told me to make an excuse, so I should leave. But
I'm not even joking. That did come across my mind, but I don't think she's that indifferent.
Oh, that'd be funny, though.
If she was by definition of an NPC, she might have.
Hark, a new
But it's
quest. I
slightly
must
different.
leave.
Like,
Goodbye.
okay.
Yeah. Eventually, noon rolls around. You all make your way to the Desert Flower, the tea shop that Haito had found a while ago. There.
Is there if I also...
Hmm?
Just during shopping, I just want to grab some potions as well from the magic shop.
Go ahead. All
Heal.
good. May goes and picks up Aquila after finding out where it is, and the five of you meet at this place. You are seated under outside under a vein of like I forgot what it's called, like a balcony, but it's fabric on top. And you sit in the chair. It's very like nice metal furniture. As there's an awkwardness for about a minute, and then May's just like, "Oh, I'll introduce everyone," and you do so. Like you know,
there's no awkward. Haito knows how to meet and greet. It is as soon as Aquila is there, it is the beginning of small talk and like, oh, so you must be very busy with guild work. Oh, it's very interesting. Oh, the things going on now. You guys must have a bit of a relax given the like it's immediate like trying to break the ice because he knows they're on a timer. He doesn't have time for like awkwardness and so we have to get the correct level of socializing done so we can leave these two to be forced to have a date.
I like to think that Kaide's able to.
May is relieved because outside of introductions, she had no idea where to go from there.
What were you gonna say? Okay.
I was gonna say, I like to think that Kaede knows how to add on to a conversation, especially when it comes to something a little bit like formal adjacent as to what Hayato's trying to go for. That's just something she knows how to flow through a conversation, like a tree dialogue.
I think like
yeah.
Mayu does her usual that she sort of falls back on with like the sort of sweet personality that she does. Like, is Aquila like dressed up at all? Like, does she?
No, she seems
like...
to have come straight from work. She's just wearing like a nice sweatshirt, pants, and yeah, doesn't seem to be like. There's not super much effort put into this either. Like on her part, she's just like, oh, this is a hangout, cool. I'll just come in my uniform before I go back.
I think that regardless, like Maya would be like doing the usual compliments, like telling her hair looks lovely and that she looks really good, and just basically like doing what she usually does, like
Yes, in a row.
making everyone feel confident.
Yeah, you say that her
themselves.
scales glisten and it looks very nice,
Right.
and she nods. She like, continues to talk for a bit as like a waiter comes. I'm not sure if it's the three of you, but at least Hayato and Mayu do not like request anything, knowing that they can bail soon.
Oh no, see, AJ, you can't request nothing because it seems like you're gonna bail. So you order something very basic that can be provided it quickly and eaten / drank very fast. That way it's like, oh, see, we finished our drinks. Oh no, we have to go suddenly.
Or like order like just a nice sort of like green tea sort of thing, something that's like a pot of tea that everyone can share, and then just pour like a tiny little bit for yourself and be like, oh no, oh you guys can finish my tea off, like it's on me.
No, there's nothing in it.
No, like a
So
pot
you
of
pour
tea.
kind of
So, like,
yourself.
for the,
And then
for
that
the
tiny spoon in her cup.
Yeah.
I just treat it like a walk away drink place where you just like hold the cup. It's like, no, go somewhere you be right now. Just start drinking as you leave.
As 10, 15, 20 minutes pass, the tea is given. There is like a small array of pastries and desserts put to the table. You eat and drink as much as you want before Hayato and Mayu exclaim, "Oh no, I need to go get my thing. Please help me."
I'm so sorry.
You got food in the oven.
I know. I want both of you to roll deception separately. Like, you're not. It's just to see how like if these two blockheads can notice like something is weird with the two of you.
Yeah, not me. Even if I didn't know the plan, I feel like a plus 10 to insight knows.
I am a blockhead, but today I am not a blockhead.
I will say, as Haito is leaving, when saying, "Oh no, sorry, we have to go," to like May, as we're having to leave, he right as we turn the corner, he quickly winks to Aquila and gives a thumbs up before he leaves, so she knows he's like, "You got this."
I feel like if there's any point before, like when you're like saying this and you're looking around the table and you see Kaede, she has like an eyebrow raised, like as this is your plan.
Yeah, it's a great plan. Fuck you.
I guess like the 16. I feel like the 16 is probably because Mayu's been a little flustered and awkward all day, for the most part. So maybe it's like it's sort of the deception. It's like you don't know whether or not this is just her like flustered, awkward all the time.
I was gonna use your base insight as the DC that they have to beat, which Haito does. Just.
Does he beat me? Because I feel like
it's a mate beat.
Damn.
Yeah.
I'd say Haito's one is like the reason it's only a 14 is because he clearly is like he's doing a thing where someone's trying to make it where you talk a little too much as you're like leaving, you make a few too many. He's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I wish I could stay. I just can't. It's the last day. Oh, they're gonna be closed tomorrow." That kind of thing.
And May's like, that's like, "Oh, wait, you do?" And you like you cut it off like way too early. She'd be like, "Yep, gotta go, bye."
Exactly. Yeah. Perfect.
But like, what? Like, wait, when did you order something? Anyway, see ya.
Misty steps away.
Misty steps into it. No, you know what? If you roll really badly, Misty steps into it all.
I don't even have the spell, but I wish I had the spell.
2 inches from the door. But you'll have to push it open.
Just carry a free Misty Step with you wherever you go.
Wish I did. I wish I did.
Fate touch.
Okay. Yeah, as it's just them. Kaido, how long do you stay after this?
I'm mainly waiting just to see what the aftermath of that looks like, mainly to Aquila.
Um,
But
she's
kinda
she's
mainly
like
to
a
Maya as
little
well.
more nervous. Now that it's like, oh, it's both me and someone that like I know of professionally, but we really haven't hung out after.
Nope.
But like, she's sort of just looking just like a little more nervous than before, but it seems to be relatively fine.
Okay. Yeah, I imagine, like, well, first of all, it's, May, what are you feeling?
May's just like, yeah, watches them and is like, oh, and then yeah, like looks over at Quill like, sorry about that.
That's fine.
I didn't realize they were busy. I would have, like, waited for when after your shift then.
I mean, it's fine if I needed to get something before it closes. You are leaving tomorrow, so it does make sense.
Yeah,
You also registered that she did not get what Hato's trying to do.
Yeah.
She's just also like, okay, that makes sense, they have to leave.
Yeah, I'd probably give it like maybe a minute or two, and like I'm not the person that like poured like the smallest bit in the cup to like actually like participate. Like I poured like an actual amount. Like I'm having like a bit of a drink and all that, and probably like still like halfway through the cup, like after the couple minutes have passed, just to make sure that the initial two just aren't like in earshot. I probably put the tea like cup down onto the plate, and then I wouldn't like stand or anything, but I'd probably just sort of like barely clear the throat and so to speak. So their plan was just to basically leave you two alone.
Yeah, but
Why?
They felt
What?
like you haven't had much time to speak since, I don't know.
I mean, that's
We've been
true,
busy.
but it's only been a couple
mean,
days. Like, it makes sense.
Yeah, and before that, we speak pretty frequently.
Yeah. Before you guys
think this
went on your scouting mission before, May's been teaching me how to handle magic. I mean, she's not an arcane caster like Dad is, but she's teaching me the fundamentals.
Fundamentals are always helpful in that regard.
Did I do something to
yes.
offend them?
No, not
Yeah,
at
this
all.
was supposed to be so they could spend more time with her.
Part of me gathered as much as soon as we all sat down, but obviously, well, at least one of them didn't get the memo correctly.
Well, I mean, we can just reschedule. That's fine when you guys are back. I don't mind.
I don't mind either or. Would you like me to just leave it for you two? We can always do the group scheduling later.
She's just like, I mean, I can eat if we wanna. If you wanted to stay, it doesn't mind me.
Yeah, you're here. You might as well stay.
I just want to make like mainly just like an inside check to Aquila's like this is a stay. I am like I don't understand what's happening kind of thing, or stay is like I just need someone here that isn't just me.
Go ahead, roll insight.
Yeah. Just to see like what direction it's roughly leaning in. That's 13.
A little like a mixture of both. The other half,
Yeah.
it's just gonna be me and her. I don't like. I need someone else there. That's not really super present. This is very much like, she probably hasn't
Friends.
put the two together yet.
Yeah. Okay,
it's
good.
just like once like it's put together, maybe. But at the moment, it's
Okay.
just like, yeah, I wanted to talk to all of you. Like,
Yeah. She then like just picks up the teacup, like has a little sip like on that, and she's just like, "Well, I'm happy to continue the conversation from where they left off, but if I probably don't move within 5 minutes, Haito will come back to tell me to get that stick out of my ass he was talking about earlier."
Wait, what?
what? The shoe
He
blushes
was being
at that.
condescending.
Oh. You don't look uptight.
Apparently to him, I do.
I mean, if he comes back, we can just say that, like, we wanted you to stay. Like, she turns
That
to
might be.
you, May, like,
Yeah.
is that right? Like, we can just do that, right? See what's wrong with that as a form of action.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, yeah, we can tell him that just because he doesn't want to be here, you don't have to leave as well.
We might not see him. He did indeed double book, but that was only half the reasoning. That part was an actual lie.
Okay.
Can I inside the
Go for it.
the double booking?
Yeah.
It's like did he double book?
Yeah, we all know he didn't double book. Obviously, he didn't. 6. You can tell at this point she's like half like kind of. This is probably the first time in a while she's actually like felt like she's got like that sort of little like up against Haito in a sense where it's like, you know, you're just gonna put me into this situation, I'm gonna throw one back at you. So that smirk is obviously giving away that lie.
Friday, please.
She just keeps drinking it too. And then
Yeah,
afterwards,
like while there's an awkward silence between May, like May looking at Kaede,
Mirror slightly.
just like Kaede, please, like, oh, strawberries, yay! Like eats a
Ah!
cake.
and then immediately after that, the conversation picks up from where it left off, like nothing happened.
Yeah.
Like from Kaede's point of view. Like again, she did it for a smirk, like slightly broke a little bit of like that sort of veil that she's had up for a while, and then yeah, just kind of slips back, puts back on that sort of dialogue tree. Like again, like this is like basic conversations. If there is no detection from her that this is like something that seems to have clicked even yet, then there's no point in me leaving.
Yeah, as lunch passes, as it's coming close to like an hour and a half after she's left, she's like, I probably need to go now. As like she stands up, places a couple gold coins down to obviously like split the bill. Well,
If Haito asks, tell him that I wasn't here. It makes his ego happy.
Okay. If I don't see you before you leave, I'll talk to you guys later. And when you get back, you can show me the house.
Of course. I'm sure there'll be ways for us to keep in touch with you.
Yes.
We have been really busy. Don't feel bad about that one.
It's the same. I have to be dealing with irate adventurers who can't understand that nothing is happening other than fixing the city. If they really don't want to do that, there's the labyrinth that exists.
Sorry about that.
It's not your fault.
Sorry for saving the city, my bad. My bad,
Yeah,
Chief.
no, as sorry you have to deal with that is the intent.
I mean, it's not anyone's fault.
That sucks.
That's
Well,
what
by
happens.
technicality.
But yeah, bye. Kaede,
Alright,
one
yeah.
more insight on your
For
check.
everything you've done for us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes, and we'll be back. You know,
Wow, I
when
rolled
we
really
can.
shit. 14.
There was a hint of like, oh, she worked up the courage to like say about the house thing, and then as she
Yeah.
leaves, there's a little like step
Oh, we
as
did it.
she's leaving.
Yep.
Yeah, right. Yeah, and yes, we'll for sure show you the house next time.
Bye. Have a good day and a trip.
With that inside check as well,
Hmm.
would I have an inkling whether like this confidence just came because like, you know, there was a conversation and not just left with the two like one-on-one sort of thing? I'd add basically that Kaede doesn't like, while Kaede does speak a bit in these conversations, it's more like letting Aquila talk to then let May reply and then sort of letting it kind of lead like, you know, not in this necessary sense of being like a proper wingman, but like
I don't think
that
you can
it comes off like that.
necessarily determine if your
No.
presence was like helpful. I just don't think that as a role with that minor thing,
Yeah.
you could determine. But you probably didn't like hinder it at all. you
Yeah,
probably
that's the main thing.
yeah, like you can't just assume what was going to happen if they were left alone without like secretly watching how they interact with one another. So
Of course, and just sort of seeing her like sort of with that little bit of confidence walking away, at least makes her feel like a bit better in the decision to stay.
but yeah, it was like she obviously was like more relaxed with you here.
Yeah,
But yeah,
yeah.
as
That's mainly the feeling I was looking for.
yeah, as the two of you, I assume, return back to Embervale Manor.
I disappeared for a
Taito-
moment.
Okay.
I'd say like as like we're ready to leave, it's like turns to me. It's like, right, I'm gonna go in a different direction, and I'll meet you back at the manor. And,
yeah, okay. And thank you for staying.
She kind of pauses before, because like she's obviously about to like cast a spell, probably just misty step just to gain distance. Pauses for that.
Blur.
Yeah, just pauses for that moment in the sense of like, you know, with that kindness, just stopping it for that brief bit, and just nods and probably a bit of a quieter tone. It's like, no worries. And then yeah, just misty steps away and then continues like sort of moving around, probably using more of a stealthy thing just to get a distance.
Yep.
And then just sort of hangs around for an hour or so, maybe like somewhere else to go, like continue up on our reading, and then heads back.
Okay.
Did Haito happen to, like, while he was doing his little charade of leaving, did he happen to mention, a type of thing he was picking up, or like what kind of store it would be at?
Oh yeah, he's like, oh, it's very heavy. I have to pick up. It's at the blacksmith. I made an order a couple of days ago to pick something up. Yeah, that's what he'd say.
She goes immediately to the blacksmith's.
Yeah. Okay.
Just waltzes in like, hey, did a human wizard and a elf with blonde hair come in here today?
The one that was with you?
Yeah.
Not today. He picked up his stuff like a week back. Or
Cool, see ya.
whatever
And he
length
walks
of,
out.
whatever length of time he last picked it up. I don't exactly remember.
It was an amount of time ago. I've had this plate mail for a while.
Yeah. X time has passed since then.
What? We've been duped.
Oh,
Yeah, and then she walks out and goes back to the manor.
Yeah.
where Haito is currently already at. Where when he sees you, he'd be like, "I'm so sorry we had to bail on lunch like that. You know, it was lovely meeting Aquila. It's really unfortunate, but I really had to pick up this suit of plate mail that I had made from the artificer class I am preparing with as well." Not realizing that the jig has been upped.
Yeah, well, I mean, she's looking at. Yeah, I mean, I if you
Insight.
want to make if you think you might pick it up.
I'm going to be there too. Oh no!
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
Please tell me how
May's
this
looking at May's looking at both of you, especially Haito, like very hardly, like with cold eyes.
You see
I take
my
his-
looking
Like,
between you both.
Doesn't look amused or impressed.
He's like suddenly like that stare like that is burning into her, and she's just like, "I'm sorry."
It has like, what?
I thought you guys were
Right.
Like, it was like a date. Don't be mad.
I think when you're saying that, I think she's in the middle of talking as well. Like, yeah, that armor you picked up a week ago. Wait, what?
Like a date. Yeah, because Haito's like, when Maya's like, "I'm sorry," Haito freezes and like looks over like, "Oh no," and then looks back and like, "Yeah, okay, yes, I picked up the armor a week ago. Listen, I understand that you want to to hang out and everything like that, but clearly, there's something interesting between you and Aquila, and we just thought that getting you guys to have a nice lunch together that you don't have to worry about paying for at a place that we know is very nice might help the two of you interact in a way that isn't about work or study. It's not adventuring, it's not you two casting magic, it's just the two of you together spending time together.
If you blame me, and I read way too many romantic slice of lives. I just thought, like, they always do that in the cute little animes, and I thought maybe like it might work out better. But really, now when I think about it, and now when I see you standing here not looking very happy, that maybe that was not what you wanted, and I probably should have asked first before I jumped to conclusions and then got Haito involved in this, because it was not his fault, I swear. It was all me. I'm sorry. Please don't be mad at me.
No. It was entirely my fault. I made the plan to organize it all. This place. I organized the date initially with you, remember? And I knew ahead of time we were going to leave. We had some time. I made sure we had time to talk and discuss things and get to know Aquila a bit. But I wanted to make sure you had more than enough time to spend alone with her, just before we had to go out and risk our lives. He's like, no. It's all my fault. Don't blame me.
I'm the mastermind here.
And while every single time there's a spare bit, she's starting to try and do the whole "I'm so sorry I did this." As she's going on, she's getting more and more flustered and more upset. She's starting to fall apart.
May walked in here all confidence and bro, I'm yeah, I'm gonna tell them. And the second you said the word date, she that immediately faded away. And she's also looking very flustered and taken it back. You wanted it to be a date?
I should have asked whether or not you even liked them. You might not like them like that, and that would just make it really awkward, especially if one of them confessed.
It's the best story.
I never thought about that. Wait,
I told Kaede she has to also find an excuse to leave. That's why it's my fault. That way the two of you would be alone, and it would have this lovely romantic setting, and so the two of you could just have this really close time, because the best kind of dates don't feel like dates. They're just, the two of you hanging out in a lovely place. Just that kind of thing.
My mind is spiraling a little bit, and she tries to shake that off a little bit and be like, wait, no, but I talk to Aquila often. We do the sparring stuff, and then we'll chat afterwards. This was supposed to be a thing where you guys could do that, because you've only spoken to her in the guild, for quests and stuff. I've had chances to speak to Aquila about other things.
I just looks over at Maya, looks back, I mean, we did talk to Aquila. It wasn't just we showed up and left immediately. We made sure to be there for conversation. In fact,
you did.
I talked a lot, but I'm just trying to. I'm sorry. This wasn't the way that I wanted this. I intended this to go. I understand. Well, I just was thinking the two of you always seem to spend. You're always teaching her magic and stuff, and yeah, of course you have time to discuss things. I just thought it'd be a treat for you and her to just have something that doesn't have any other, attachments to it. It's just the two of you being able to enjoy each other's company for no other reason than being together, being around each other. I'm sorry.
It's okay, I guess. Wait, you don't think that's what she thought it was, right? Does she? She goes back to spiraling.
Looks at my eyes. Well, that depends. How did the lunch go after Kaede left? I feel like this is a really long.
Yeah, she doesn't say it, but in her mind, she's like, right when Kaede left.
Natural one. Of course, Kaede left immediately.
Hey, at least you didn't out me immediately. I'm happy with you.
I'm
Yeah, she's
automatically failing because my
she's
is
like-
still like blubbering.
She's like thinking, man, like, do I just say that Kaede left? No, I don't need. Like, there's no reason to like throw her under the bus needlessly. Like, do I
I
say
think
she just?
this is the funniest point
left
for
with him.
Kaede to show up.
I
Yeah,
think
do I-
that's smart.
Do I lie? That what do I say actually happened then?
I can show up. Yeah.
Wait,
like-
Kaede walks in, sees Mayu on her knees crying. Hayato like, yeah, it all worked out right. And May is standing there being a gibbering mess, and you're like,
yeah.
what happened?
So I think the best part, AJ, is on that one. Haito fully believes Kaede left,
Yeah.
but clearly, due to May's stammering and concern, oh no, this went the opposite of how I wanted. This wasn't a lovely date after we left. Oh god,
Yeah.
it was a
We
nervous,
ruined
awkward
everything.
mess. Yeah, just like,
Yeah.
just like,
I mean,
oh, I'm so sorry. Oh god.
we just talked like normal. Yeah.
Haito doesn't believe that for a second. He thinks he ruined everything. It was awkward.
Yeah.
It was horrible. He's like, oh, I'm so sorry. I just thought that the way you two are, I shouldn't have presumed things. I've just made it awkward between you. Oh my god.
Kinda just walks past.
Hi, Kaede. Okay, so it's
I'm such a bad friend. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, May. I ruined everything.
we ruined it.
No, it's okay. You've meant well.
The path to damnation is paved with good intentions, man.
I'm never going to do anything like that ever again. I promise.
I think
I
as
just
this
shake my head. She's
as,
like,
yeah, as this scene draws to its close, Kaede at the top of the stairs looks down, shakes her head, goes to her room.
Yeah, it's like, especially it's like I'll never do this again for Maya. It's like, yeah, no.
Yeah, look, when we'll come back eventually because we have a house here and stuff. So when we do, like I said, I would show her the house. So maybe we can try again then.
Wait, you mean like
Or wait,
like a date? Like you two? Like
I don't
you-
know.
I can cook you dinner. Then I'll be there the whole time, but I will be cooking dinner, so I'll be out of the way.
As
How cool is this? This is great.
as you're doing that, like you're standing up Maya and getting closer, like hands like, oh, I can help. Atsushi walk past, pushes his paw on you, and pushes you back, grabs
No.
May, and takes her to a room.
As she's going away, Hyper is just like,
It's okay.
we're still here tonight. You can invite her over for dinner tonight. Door closes.
Yeah, the last thing you
You
see
need to
is
give it a bit of a rest.
the last thing you see is Atsushi's like blue eyes piercing out from the darkness that is the room.
Oh.
As the door closes.
I think she tries to like roll out of the grass, but like cannot fight against us. So she be like, oh, it's okay.
Alright, Tio.
In your
Successful
head,
lunch done.
You just hear. You just listen to the door close. Dick move, guys. Dick move.
Hey, I did fine.
I mean, you're upstairs. He's not looking at you.
Great.
Oh, that was great.
I think it's a good place to take a break.
Yeah, fair enough.
Right.
Yeah.
I like how that scene ended with no one feeling like they were the victor, essentially, because
Yeah, no,
I
don't
was
worry.
like, I've ruined everything. Maya is like, oh god, we made a mistake, and May is like, wait, what the fuck? That was a date.
I think Kaede won.
I was like, I was gonna be
I
mad.
don't think I
was gonna be
won
mad at them, but-
necessarily.
Yeah, I was gonna say,
No,
what did Kaede win?
It's like I didn't necessarily win. I got one back.
She
which
beat
does
Haito.
feel nice.
She beat
Yeah,
Haito.
like
That's
that,
pretty good.
That's the one thing. But it's also in the sense of like, again, the veil's back up. It's kind of like this is inconsequential. Like,
We're right back to the mission. Sleeps
Yeah,
in her bed, arms
uh,
down,
sometimes
looking straight
done.
at the ceiling, military style.
Sometimes
Arms
done.
crossed, legs straight, staring straight up at the roof.
No, you
eyes
gotta do
open
your
while
research
sleeping.
on where you're going. That's what the books are for.
Yeah.
That's why your eyes are open, so you can read while sleeping.
Yeah, the book's hanging by a rope.
By a rope. Some rope contraption.
Alright, I'll be back. I'll put this plate away.
You're a plate.
I will say for at least Mayu's like mishaps, at least she was trying to help.
Yup.
Oh, that was great.
That was awesome. Oh,
Okay, I'm gonna see if I can find some food.
eat. Do it. I wonder how many days of travel we have to do to get to the Koryu. I'm trying to find the map.
I can't remember. I was trying to look for it before, and I'm not too sure.
I'm beak.
Looking back.
And
You guys are great. I'm proud of you.
great. You suck.
Why?
I am great. Why would you say that, Darian?
I mean, I think my point stands.
Is Kaide becoming Sylvie Q Electric Boogaloo?
No, not Sylvie.
It kind of feels like it. Took Sylvie a while to become a psychopath too.
True. Who knows? Give me like 3 more soul gems and I'll figure something out.
Cool.
I wonder how that. I wonder how that gem effect. How, like, what that did? Because there's a Wrath gem. Yeah.
Yeah, it was a gem of Wrath.
Yeah.
I guess that's for Kate and Ella for us to find out later.
Or never. Do 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 do.
I mean, you're finding out little bits of it. It's the only way that I can get it across is to half explain it. But like, I also understand like that whatever I say in a sort of more descriptive manner won't be used as a character manner,
Hmm.
which makes this easier.
Okay, so traveling from Marcanus to Stockholm, I believe, is a 3-day trip.
Okay, that's not that far.
Yeah, if I got the dapping right, because Marcanus to Glaze Tower is 1 day. It's like 3 tiles. You can do it at a slow pace.
Mm-hmm.
Then I think Glaze Tower to Sudendale is a day. It's 4 tiles.
At least 4 to 5.
And then then Sudavale to Starholm is 4 tiles. So that's 3 days. We check there for quests and whatnot. And see if there's anything we can get. We gear up and then we head to Astilio, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. So 3 days from Starholm to Ostilco. Ugh. And then I think Ostilco probably is the place we're going to find the mountaineering, like, cloaks and stuff.
Old weather gear.
Yeah. Given it's, like, it is the easternmost area. I find funny if we get to Starholm, we're like, oh yeah, we're looking to go to this place. Where should we go from? Like, oh yeah, you should have gone from Avira. And we're like, you fucking what?
It was a secret tunnel. Did you know that?
Oh, it is a passageway straight from Avira there. It's actually much easier than Koryu because there's nothing. Ostoko is just a mine, and then there's just sheer cliffs and mountains. There's 0 way to travel there.
Wow.
Hey, wait, Cassius.
I mean, I hope it's not going to happen.
Be funny.
I mean, I'm basing this logic on if this was designed like a JRPG or an MMO, there would be if there's like a cross-shaped continent, then obviously the roads have to go from the center out, and the content levels, so like, exponentially. The core is the starting zone, levels 1 through 10.
Yeah.
Avira is obviously 11 through 20, and
Everyone knows if there's a level
Dracoon
comes
would
up
be
second.
Yeah, it's like Westfall.
And the mountains and everything always come third, which is that's 21 through 30.
We're going somewhere cold, right? That's like the snow level. That's always third in every
Yep.
world.
And then usually it's like the swamp level after that, or the water
Or
level,
the
whichever
sky
one it is.
level.
Unless you're playing
No.
as a dwarf or a gnome, and then Dunmorrow is actually the starting zone, which is cold level.
Boo.
Alright, I'm back.
We're
Alright.
neither dwarf nor gnomes, though.
We could have been missed opportunity, honestly.
Could have been gnomes. I don't know what you mean.
Yeah, no, get it. He said no.
But doop 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 doop.
He's so funny. Look at him go.
So, mate, so Rebecca, how is the we're forcing you on a date puzzle? That's so stupid.
Slightly stressful, but very fun.
I'm back.
Oh fuck! What?
We're all here.
Well,
Oh,
I
shit.
played at my Darian. You piece of shit. I heard
Oh my
it.
god.
What'd you say?
I've invited her to my.
What type of
Still
plate
the
am I?
puzzles. Oh.
What type of what?
Plate.
Oh.
Call me a plate before I left. I heard him. I'm asking
Oh.
follow-up
Yeah.
questions.
I was confused. Well, clearly, AJ, you're a serving dish
You know
because
what?
you're
That's
here
fair.
providing everyone tasty snacks in the form of D&D.
I'm also fat and large.
No, I wasn't gonna play
Jesus
that aspect. I'm more being that you're the one providing you're the one that they do the
I have a
The
feeling
fucking-
if I cared about
backpedaling.
It was,
what the fuck's it called?
he was
Cabana.
serving C.
Cabana, yeah.
Hors
I should get
d'oeuvres?
her bird.
Hors d'oeuvres, yeah. You're the dish providing the best part of the meal when
The
you get
horse
to get
juice.
the cheese, the
Easy.
crackers, and the corn.
Backpedaling in progress.
I mean, I don't.
Classic phrase.
I have a
owning
fe-
this shit.
just for people who know, I don't give a shit. Like, just chat in general.
know.
I don't care about me. I'm fat. I like being fat. I'm a big boy. I'm a bear. I give a good
Big boy.
hug.
I give good
I give
hugs.
good hugs. Alright, if everyone's here and Freddy, like Freddy 5 Bear,
Fish.
did I send you the funniest tweet, or the funniest TikTok I've ever seen?
No.
Yes, you did.
No, I haven't sent, Darian. I think I messaged him like, do you want to say something sort of fucked up, but not really?
Oh, I was working and
Yeah.
I never got a chance to respond, and then you never sent me anything.
Yeah, because I was waiting for a response to send something.
He's
Uh,
doing angry math.
it starts off with a
Yeah, I
guy.
think it was
It starts off with like a right-wing guy being like, genders are like the Twin Towers. There was
Uh-oh.
2 of them, but now it's weird to talk about. The guy immediately after responds just goes, you know what else there's 2 of? Freddy Fazbear. Then he lists
I think I've
every,
seen
and then he
this.
lists every single Freddy Fazbear that ever exists.
I think I've seen this.
It's like, oh, Gregory, you could get inside me, but not in a weird way, like a diva from Overwatch. It's so good. It's just he has this thing of taking any like right wing point and making it about Freddy Fazbear, and it's the greatest thing. And he calls it Freddy Fazbear.
Freddy
Freddy Fazbear.
Fazbear.
Freddy Fazbear.
Oh, but-
Anyway,
I mean, you gotta send that to me now, so.
I will
You sent
send
it
it
to
to
me
you. I did send it
Oh
to
my
you.
god.
Again.
I thought you did send it to Kay as well. She sent it to me, and then we were talking about it at some point again, and with someone
Yeah,
else in the
we
chat.
talked.
and
We
you sent
talked
to
about
them.
it. Ethan joined. I sent it to
Okay.
Ethan. We talked about it
Oh,
again.
it's Ethan. Okay.
It sounds like something.
I was like, who else do I talk to? It must have been Kay.
Anyway.
Yeah.
Is the day shifting, or is there something in the evening people want to do before bed?
Depends on we last minute inviting Aquila.
You're gonna make a rash last minute decision.
Alright. It is
Nothing,
now
nothing.
Thursday, the 2nd of October. As you all wake up, you see
Oh.
a.
Sorry. Before that day ends, can I spend all my third level slots on sendings?
Yeah, go ahead. List them out.
What?
I'm just gonna
Soul,
throw in a
Luna,
counter
Soul.
tonight.
Okay. Roll me
Just
3D100s into the tower.
alright.
It'd be funny if you just talked to
Messages
Soul twice.
basically just yeah. Well, it's gotta be one of them twice. It's basically just, where are you? Please tell me where you are. Can you hear me? 'Cause I've tried this several times.
As you go ahead The spell fails twice. As you do Soul Luna. As you go back to Soul for the third time this evening, there is a connection. You lay out your message, but there is no response.
Oh no. Sounds like Soul.
Okay.
And then the next morning, on Thursday the 2nd of October, there seems to be... is it Thursday or did I just make that up? It is Thursday. Congrats, mate.
Wow.
There's quite a decent meal made. One befit for people who are going to be traveling through the desert. You all eat up, gather your items that you are there. If you're leaving anything behind, let me know or put it in the party sheet. And I'll make a note that it's an Ember Veil.
I'm gonna leave my coin with a 3-year future minting day. No, I'm not.
I'll leave my writing stuff here because I don't need that anymore.
It's gonna take us enough to get out of the desert, but I feel like keeping the desert equipment as priority spot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly,
That's just in my backpack. It's fucking awesome. So much space.
I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna keep everything.
Okay.
And okay, how do I add stuff to the party sheet?
You
So
open
just-
up the
just drag and drop?
party sheet and drag and drop into the loot section or the inventory section.
Hey, what are you leaving
That's
there? I'll
weird.
put it in the Ember Veil sheet. War notes.
Okay.
I think I'm just gonna.
Yeah, I'll throw it all in and then let you know. Actually, it's in the chat.
Yep.
Just for you
I'm
to
gonna-
know, May, I'm not
Oh,
sure
yeah.
if it's a public note, but I'll change that. You do have 1,000 gold in the bank. If that's
Okay.
not in your sheet notes. Okay, here I'll make it.
Yeah, I've got-
public. There you go. Okay, you should be able to see it
And
in your
apparently-
player note sheet. Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Cool.
Put money in a bank based.
Hang on. Is this a... Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Because I've got. Actually, I'll probably deposit 1,500 into the bank as well.
Okay.
I might actually throw money into the bank myself.
Because our max is 2,000, 2,500. That we can carry on this?
On your wallet.
I think it was 2,000, and then we upgraded the wallet.
You can hold
Where is it?
5,000 gold now if you've got a greater wallet.
Okay. Yes, there.
Yep.
That's what it's called, Great Wallet. Yep. Okay.
Weird
Yeah.
money.
I'll still cash it anyway.
Yeah, I only have
I'll just say-
700 gold. I'm keeping that on me. Unless we got
Sounds
interest.
like-
We got interest, AJ. What's the interest rate? It's like 7%. It's 5%.
3.1.
Any math that I have to do for this campaign, I'll kill someone
Search.
over.
Oh no.
If there is interest, I'll let you know at a later date. I don't think I determined that. But if you're also doing it, Katie, let me know.
Yeah, I'm going to basically leave myself with 1,000, so I'll throw in 1,209.
Okay.
Spend.
Because the bank works between all the
Yep.
guilds. Yes, yay. I think. I mean, can be wearing that, so that doesn't take up a slot.
Yeah, I don't think I can really throw anything away looking at all my stuff. I've got a lot of stuff that I
Actually-
need to just hold on to.
You know what Hacho would leave behind because he doesn't want to carry this around everywhere? The filter of love that he doesn't want to, he doesn't know what to do with still. And it's like, you know what?
What if we feed it to an alligator or something? I don't know.
Hey, this is
Mine-
why.
Don't know. There's an animal along the way. Might find an alligator.
I don't have to.
Maybe we need that alligator to talk to another alligator to get us through the passage, and the only way to do that is the filter of love. You'll be kicking
I
it.
have, actually, I have a scimitar. I think there's no point for me to keep that scimitar. I am going to leave the scimitar behind.
Spare weapons.
If
Yeah.
Let's.
also, I'm pretty sure those potions I bought didn't actually get added to my sheet
Let me.
because
To your
I.
druid, to your cleric sheet, druid sheet.
Oh, I think hang on, they might have got added
Whatever's
to
in
the
the
cleric sheet.
whatever's in the party might be the
Active.
one who have it.
Yeah, they got added to the cleric sheet. That's fine. I'll drag them over. And if they're on the belt, then they don't take up a slot, right?
The slot,
Yep, 3 potions on the potion belt.
belt's got its own inventory.
I don't know what the maximum inventory is now. What's I carry? Because it's like
It's 20
18 or
base.
something? 20 base. Okay, cool. I'm at 4 because I have my inventories organized. I have 14 out of 20 then.
I'm at 18. Like, with
But that's
most
without.
everything.
But that's without like backpacks and stuff. 20 base.
Yeah. So I have it where I keep my backpack items organized so I know what's in the backpack and I don't have them counting towards my total weight.
Yeah.
My current weight is 14 and I know that the cap is 20, so it makes it really easy to keep track of.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't think I'm leaving anything behind.
Maya gets up pretty early.
Mhm.
This time around, and she is going to make the long rest cooking thing. So she's basically made like special treats with the cooking ingredients that she has. I've tipped some off.
Mhm.
And yeah, so everyone can get those. I don't know how to make them, but what is it again? It's where are they?
You make a proficiency number of traits that last 8
3.
hours, and they can eat it to get 1 temporary. They can get temp HP equal to your proficiency bonus.
So 3. So everyone except for Maya gets a nice little fancy cookie, and you can have 3 temp HP. But like, she wakes up kind of early, and like probably, unless someone's getting up really early as well, she's probably up before most people. And she's pretty peppy. Like, she's sort of like very like sort of that bubbly self that she was like at the beginning of the game. Just like, I don't know. Yeah. She gives you cookies. Enjoy.
Aw. Yeah, I imagine Kaido's still up fairly early-ish as normal. Maybe not before you in this instance. But
Yeah.
like, probably catches you like cooking, probably like.
She's probably just like preparing the ingredients when you come down. She's like, "Good morning. Would you like a cookie? I'm making some cookies."
Of course I would.
Yay!
It's just a small smile, just sort of I guess like the similarity, I guess, to what would be more memorable. Yeah, she just will. I imagine she'll just take her seat wherever and just will be mostly waiting.
Yeah, Taito eventually comes down, usually late like everyone else. He accepts the cookie very graciously, like, "Oh, thank you very much."
No worries.
And then it's just like, I've too much writing to do. I always have too much writing to do. God damn it. The usual morning thing to him. Breakfast, yum yum.
Man started his office work grind a bit too early in life.
I mean, listen, I already lost 1 spell book. I ain't making that fucking mistake again.
But you're bringing them both with you now. What if you do lose it again?
Well, if we're traveling far, I should better finish the book by the time we reach Starholm, and then I'm sure I can find somewhere I can leave it in, like I can leave it like in someone's care, like at the Adventuring Guild or something. I can pay them to hold it for me in case shit happens. That's my
Just
goal.
emergency break glass.
In case I come back from the dead again in the middle of the town, keep this safe for me, because I don't want to have to relearn all these spells again. It's expensive.
Okay.
Also, I'll jump back to Druid.
Okay. On both or just active?
Yeah, just active. It should already be siphoning into Druid for XP.
Alright.
God, I have way too many notes for this game.
It's
As
funny.
you all eat, you all gain the temp HP if you want, or you save the cookie for
Yep.
later.
I'll pick it now.
uh,
How much temp is it?
3. I'll put
Just
it on the
3.
sheets.
Thanks.
I eat the cookie. I eat it.
We can begin the travel. Someone is the leader, everyone else is the not leader. Actually, before the travel, you have a bastion action to depend on what you're doing for its week.
True. We will probably nearly do that. So remind us again the bastion mechanics.
Let me read it.
Because I don't remember much of it at all.
As time passes, take bastion turns to reflect an activity occurring in the bastion. They are issued once every week, and if you don't tell me specifically in a week, then it's just gonna do what's it
It
called?
either does the same action each time, or it does no action if you don't command it.
Yeah.
What facilities were there again? First place.
I don't
I
think
think we
you
did
had
invest a
empty
little bit.
You had empty spaces that I don't know if you've actually told me.
Oh, didn't anyone?
No,
I
we
thought
didn't.
I don't
I
think.
thought we were gonna
No,
investigate a garden or something there.
I don't think we'd set it up yet. We've got the area for
I think
it.
there is a garden in place, but it's not
Big
it's
useful
not.
one.
It's flowers at the moment. Like there's room to
Yeah.
obviously plant things.
Put
Yeah.
a lake there.
Let me get my brew. How much? Because obviously, usually, you're meant to get some for free when you set the place up, but obviously we're not doing that because we got the building. How much would it cost in the time we've been there to create equity, basically to convert Haito's bedroom into essentially the arcane study? It just requires getting shit.
It requires 1,000 gold,
Well, I don't have that, so it doesn't matter.
and it'll take
That's an investment. I
45
will do it over
days. Plus, you've got spare rooms. I think you got a room in a vast room that are not in use.
Yeah, but he's not just going to take one of them without asking. Anyway, we would have time to ask. Well, 1,000 gold is more than he has, and he's not going to be like, listen, we need this because we don't really.
Listen, I want this arcane artificial table. Got some crown skill I want to work with. I don't know really if we had any plans, at least initially. Did we
Yeah.
like mostly wait to kind of like get a bit more income before throwing into it, or do we want to use some that we have? Like, at the end of the day, like it's not like I'm gonna say no to like this sort of stuff because it is like a preparation, like stuff will come out of this by putting money into it. And Kaede literally has 2,000 gold to spend. Like she is not using anything else.
Yeah, I've got some spare gold.
Yeah, I think it's absolutely something worth that we could have said. I think it's definitely something worth that we can be like, hey, yeah, we took time to invest in at least one of these rooms so we can have it start doing something for us.
Yeah.
Because, like, some of these rooms are very important.
I think I have like the garden is a really good idea.
Yeah,
Getting that set up. But
the
that's
garden is
just
kind of
my
insane.
opinion.
I think it's called the greenhouse. Is the technical item?
Should we discuss this off stream?
Yeah.
We say we do something. We'll take the money off stream.
Because I mostly just
Yeah.
don't remember what the facilities were mechanically.
Yeah, I
at
just
all.
feel like if we're gonna spend like hours mulling this over, I think it's something we maybe should discuss.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Should be able to use that arrow keys to do the rest.
Yep. Cool. Yeah, because I think I lost all that extra stuff. Thank you. Yeah, at the end of this session, we could probably just confirm something, like just before leaving. Yeah, we'll do that.
So I'm just trying to read what exactly you can do as a basic thing, because you won't be able to do anything you can pay for money, but you've only had the building for like 3 days, so nothing.
Yeah,
Exactly.
exactly. It will not be ready now, but when we get back.
Yeah, if we don't have any specialized rooms, there's nothing you can really do with a bedroom or a parlor or a courtyard. They don't have special functions.
Yeah.
I just think it's like a maintain action. I'm just trying to find out
Yeah.
what it is.
Pretty sure maintain action just means, the building is maintained.
Yeah.
They upkeep it, make sure it's not falling into disrepair, and it's kept clean and organized essentially.
It's on standby.
Pretty much.
Bastion events only occur when operating under the maintain order, which often means Bastion isn't present at the time. Okay. If someone wants to roll a D100 into the tower, can
That doesn't-
see what that will result
Yeah.
in when you return, or at least what's going to happen this week. Okay.
Clearly to 51 through 55 is the attack event.
I think
Yeah,
the archive would-
So far as you know, this week, all is well.
Oh.
Okay. Alright, now the survival trip.
Who's got the best survival again?
I think it was technically me with Ranger.
Well, it ain't me, that's for sure.
You have a +10, so...
Yeah, I do actually. I have a +10.
Oh my god,
Damn.
assure you.
I forgot it's expertise now because I'm
Well, hey.
cool like that.
It is the group check, AJ, where we assist and then she makes the big check. Alright, well, here's my assistant roll.
What are
So
you
what
doing?
is it? Just a D20?
Survival skill. Into the...
Oh, survivals.
Into the tower.
It's been a while.
Showing out 1 when I grabbed it, that
Right.
doesn't bode well.
+1 Kaede.
Woo.
And then, yeah, show me your path you're taking. You should be able to move that token,
+1.
hopefully.
Yeah. Well, we'll find out. Yeah,
Okay.
17.
It's alright.
And it's normal pace, I would have said.
So you can move
And
4 hexes.
Very simple. I imagine it would have been for. Did we want to stop at the Glazed Tower? I don't know if that was a proper conversation that we had.
I think it's better. Like, I did the rough math, AJ, let me know if this is wrong. But I believe from Glazed Tower to Citadel is 1 day. Traveling at normal pace, it's 4 hexes.
Let me get the other map.
Because there is that overlap where I'm not sure what these two color variations mean.
The blue. No, I think the brown is a border. Yeah, so I think it is a day of travel between Marcanus, between Glazed Tower and Sudendale.
In which case, we might as well just stop in Glazed Tower. It's better than stopping on the road because it doesn't save us an extra day. As
Yeah,
a day to
that's
Citadel and then a day to Starholm. It's a perfect 3-day trip.
So we'll just do the free tiles. And then
Yep.
probably spend the remainder of the day just, at least for Kaede, I probably imagine she'd spend just once again going back through the tower, just sort of seeing if anything catches her eye particularly. Just something that might be useful. Even if it's not, it's just kind of taking in the scene.
Yeah.
Like,
You go.
it's all good. No, I was just mulling something over, but not yet.
Well, I don't know, since there's not a lot he has the idea of, so he just he's gonna study.
Okay.
I was told to roll a thing. AJ, I rolled a natural 1 for inspiration a while ago. Did I have inspiration from that? My insight a while ago? I'm fine with you saying no because it was an inconsequential roll.
Yeah, fuck it, why not?
Alright, in that case, I'm gonna re-roll that perception because I can. There
Are
we
we
go.
rolling perception for?
I was told to. It popped up on my screen.
I was
Oh.
told to.
Oh shit! Okay, that's what I
Same.
need to know. Yeah, that's cool.
I love that effect. It's so cool.
25.
Why wasn't that hidden? Is there
That's
anything
funny
like
on the
a hidden
24.
Options? Show
Jeez, guys,
content.
everyone's over 20. That's great.
We're just really perceptive when it somewhat doesn't matter.
I feel like Mayu is like very, very like she's kept that like peppy sort of like bubbly personality up from the trip. Like she's sort of very upbeat. She's in her autumn fae form for most of the time that we were in Arcanus. It's taken the last couple of days. She's been in summer fae, which is different. No one's really seen her in that form. She's sort of got like a really like more of a reddy tinge to her hair rather than the blonde, sort of becoming more red. But like it's just reverted back to the autumn fae sort of strawberry blonde that it normally is. But yeah,
Did you need to
surprisingly
do that again?
alert.
I was just testing something, so
Okay.
just send it to me.
Okay. Because I did one earlier.
No, it's all good. I was just testing something. Okay, that's how I want it. Good.
Cool.
Alright.
You've been rolled.
As you walk through the glazed tower, seems to go rather well. The heat is bearing down on you, but you all make do. You can either like pay for like sleeping in the glazed tower, or you can just sleep in the tower itself with like sleeping bags and stuff. But
I
That's
would
an
offer
option for you.
to pay for everyone in time if they want to.
Sure, I'm a money dependent class, so I'm not gonna be I'm not gonna look a gift horse in the money mouth.
Kai doesn't mind splitting it.
But she'd sort of like be like, oh, it's my treat. I want everyone to enjoy themselves. Let me. Let me.
She'll let you.
Yay!
I think like after like a small moment, like just kind of concedes.
Yeah. Alright, how much do I dish out for that?
5 gold.
A gold? A gold.
I'm good.
5 gold. Okay.
Yeah, there's nothing crazy going on here, then we just continue on. I'm obviously every day, Hyde has a chance he's writing in the book. Roughly how much writing do you think you can get done at night? I don't think like 8 hours
You're
work.
doing
but,
8
like,
hour travel before you start doing anything like exhaustive on your body. Which you have 16 hours left of the day then. So as long as you have 8 hours of sleep, that's 8 hours. So give like an hour for dinner. If you want to
I'd
go
say 4 hours,
ham,
yeah.
you can do 7.
There's no way. I'd say 4 because there's no way in hell someone would spend 8 hours like studying even when they're traveling. It's just nah, fuck that shit. So I'd say he's doing about 4 hours of study a night to try and get this book up to scratch. 24, so that'd be 28.
Okay.
I'm at 32 out of 44 by the time we reach Starholm, unless something happens.
The next day is the 3rd of
But
October.
just as a minor thing, I realized I forgot. May would have told the others about the
Okay.
dishing
Yeah.
town.
Yeah, like I imagine that conversation would have just been more of like a not surprising.
Yeah, same.
Fuck. Yeah.
Oh, I hope they don't get up to anything nasty. I'm sure it'll be fine. We'll just have to keep an ear out.
Kai
We're
doesn't
sending
say
Z and
anything.
like, oi, bitch, get back to town.
Bitch, where'd you go?
The next
What do you
day,
mean?
I'll have everyone do the same thing again for the survival check. I'm going to quickly go to the bathroom while the rolls are rolled. So just
Fair enough.
roll into the tower, the 3 of you, and I'll come back with with a
Aye.
number.
Yep.
Hope the number is 0.
You're great little assistants. Couldn't do it without you.
I hope I roll in that 1 and Mayu and May both succeed, so you have a 0 effect because I have 2 negatives.
I hope it's a -6.
Oh god,
Wow.
that'd be very funny and also like wowza.
Triple that one.
See, this is
Wow.
why you don't have this many cooks in the kitchen.
There's only one cook in this kitchen.
If you try to cook in my kitchen, I'll fucking cut you.
You can help me.
Oh. Oh no.
That sounds like, oh yeah, we'll help in the kitchen. You're like, no, you're doing this wrong. No, you're doing this wrong. No, no,
No,
no.
she wouldn't do that. She wouldn't do that. She
Yeah,
would,
no.
Move out the way.
she would.
No.
But if someone was like, "I am the cook," she'd be like, "No, you're not."
No.
Nah, she'd be alright.
you can't.
She
cook.
doesn't have enough confidence to be like that. Let's be real.
We need to get you a crystal or a soul gem of pride.
Yeah, no, that would not work with her. She was like,
I mean, surely that's Haito's.
No, we can't give it to them. We can't make him worse.
Yeah, we need to bring someone else up instead of further elevating him.
"Oh
Yeah.
my god!" If he tried to take it, maybe Mayu would actually use it just so he wouldn't take it.
No.
I can see it.
Surely he doesn't get pride.
Give it to May, she has none.
All I'm saying
Oh.
is we do not give the envy one to Kaede.
No, of course not. You kidding me?
She's a sloth. I feel like she needs to slow down sometimes.
She's already taking it real slow.
Slow
Calm down, but also
down.
be angry.
Yeah, calm down and be mad.
Yeah.
She's only be slacking, basically.
I'm okay with that.
It's a high power.
Very high power.
Thank you. Yeah, any other fragments that people want? It's like, take a pick now while we're making them up.
I mean, I'll take. What do we
Who wants
got?
greed?
I'll take Lost.
Who wants last?
Okay.
Oh.
I thought that wasn't going to be a question.
I mean, it's the joke of the only male character in the group taking Lost. Like, it's useless.
Haha.
Oh
I
yeah.
think it's Mayu, the innocent Mayu, suddenly turns out to be like fucking saucy wench.
Yeah.
It would no, hard to. It would have been funnier as the only male taking that if you were also gay.
Oh, absolutely. That'd be hilarious.
Yeah.
I think honestly, out of all the ones, trying to think roughly how they affect someone, I kind of think greed would be an interesting one to go on Haito.
Mm. Yeah.
I mean, you're already like trying to get as much money
Wow.
as you can
Yeah.
without
I
ask,
like
but without
Knowledge
asking for it.
grade. It'd be like knowledge grade.
Yeah, it'd be very much
Yeah,
focused on the
no,
I want to
agree.
learn it all.
Like, I want to learn it all, and I don't want to
Yeah,
share
yeah,
it. I
yeah,
want
yeah.
to be the only person
give
to
you the
know this
book.
thing.
He wanted the
Oh.
book.
He's just describing Z with the book.
This is like the idea of like the soul of lust. The Haito just grabs it, hands it to Mayu. Like,
This
it
is
must be
yours
you.
It must be you.
Why do you,
You don't want to give
why
it to
do you
me?
want me to have this?
Nah, I think I'm trying to think which one would be like the most fitting for May, and I don't know if it would fuck up everything more or less if we gave May envy.
Oh.
Like, I just think that'd be a real interesting mix of giving May envy if they're based on the Seven Deadly
Yeah.
Sins.
Pride. I feel like
Pride would
Pride
be awesome.
would be an interesting one for me, honestly.
Fight for the world.
Same.
Stay.
As the one person who is like, I'm not returning home. This is it. Pride for May is like would be amazing. I think.
Also, like, for Atsushi as well. Like, that possessiveness. Like, is there something...
I think that's more
Like-
greed, maybe, or gluttony.
Yeah. Because gluttony
Or
can
just,
sort of
like, 'cause
also be like
gluttony is-
possessiveness. Gluttony tends to be food.
Yeah,
and
my
indulgence.
understanding is like greed is hoarding, gluttony is consuming.
Yeah,
Like
so
gluttony is
feeding
taking to use, greed is taking just to have.
Yeah, that's why I think like
Yeah.
And
because
then
you can
I'll take
envy is
gluttony.
like and then envy is like taking so someone else doesn't have it.
I'll take gluttony.
or being spiteful that other people have things that you don't have.
Yes, yeah, well
Yeah.
wanting to take them because you're spiteful that they have them.
All I'm saying is
That could
greed
be-
and envy are not ones you want to mix.
No, we have to split them up.
Yeah. I think gluttony would make more sense for Haito than if it's like a consuming knowledge
Yeah.
and not wanting to
Mm.
share it, sort of thing. Whereas greed, for me, being like, holding on to Atsushi and the
I love
like
that
ownership
idea.
to the side of things.
Like I'm taking Atsushi and Aquila and Vang.
They're
He's
all
Like all the
mine.
NPCs are mine.
You can't have them.
This world is mine. Get out.
They're
That'd be honestly the most
NPCs,
base.
they're my friends.
I mean, that'd be kind of the most base thing if we get all the wishes in the end, and like, so one of us doesn't wish to return home. Like Haito's like, no, I wish to save my dad or some shit, and then
Yeah.
you're like, this is my world. I wish you would leave.
I wish all of
Get
you get out.
I am back. Sorry
Like
about that.
everyone uses their wishes
Welcome
not for
back.
like getting out of here. The last one's like, no, I wish for all of you to go home. Like get out.
+1 again.
And I was like, sorry, they used on turn, so if you said to get out last, everyone has to leave.
Everyone now has to leave.
It's first come, first served.
13.
Oh no,
My rolls have
true,
been
my
pretty bad
god.
today. Look, desert hot.
No, yeah. As it's bearing down on you, the heat is bad, but you know that like from where Glaze Tower is, you just have to head north. So you just deviate a little bit, but it's easy for you to course correct without much of an issue. It takes you probably maybe an hour more than it should. So you
That's
use,
just like
you use
a
9
small
hours of
break.
you use 9 hours of travel as opposed to 10. As opposed to 8.
Just a small
It's
break
not-
from like all
yeah.
the heat. The heat was really bad today.
But like if you made that much more of a mistake, you probably would have had to like push forward and exhaustion might have settled in.
Thank
Or be
goodness.
forced to stop it early.
And now you are in Koryu, and you are in Sudu. There is roads that lead around, so you are able to no longer need the survival check as you go from like Starhome and stuff. But if you wanted to go Starhome to Ostilko straight, you will have to roll survival. There is not a direct
Through the
road
forest,
through
yeah.
the forest. You could
Geez.
go down and around and follow the road, but if you went as the crow flies, there would be checks.
I mean, it's 11 tiles either way, so.
And as you sleep in Sudanale, nothing seems to change. Nothing has changed in this town, and on the 4th, after a day travel, you arrive back at Starhome.
Good question. As we're in Sudavale and Halfhome, is there any news of Hartfield and what happened there?
You know that Harfield is basically like taken over. It's been left in ruin. Whoever was occupying it has left, and since you know who it was, it makes sense.
We know where they went.
There hasn't been anyone coming back from Harfield.
Aw.
I feel bad for that bad.
We kind of we failed them.
We buffed
Yeah.
it.
We died.
No, but we did succeed afterwards.
We got
Like a
revenge.
mention of Hartfield and everything, like the like probably persona that Maya is holding might like break for like a moment during the conversation, and then like as we're leaving again, it just picks back up again.
Yeah, Hatu does his best to like ask about that information away from the rest of the party, so that way, because he's like, this could have a negative effect on people's personal mental health. But sometimes you find information in the inn where we're all staying, so it's hard to avoid overhearing.
Yeah, she just flat out overhears.
Yeah.
She's kind of hyper listening.
But no, in moving to Starhome, then, could we acquire those like cold weather gear here, or will we have to head to the? Actually, here's another thing: if we ask about traveling to Drakun, do they tell us is there a path from Astilko that way? Because it's a mountain.
Once
Is there a path?
when you get into the guild, you meet up with Paga, is you ask if it's available. It's like, yeah, you can buy cold weather gear here. Being the central town, was sort of enabled for most travel between the other countries. From Astilka, there isn't a direct path. There are mountain passes, but there aren't. You'd need to hire a guide if you wanted to go through. Otherwise.
But would that be the best route, or is there a better route?
Well, the best route would be to pray that you teleport there in the labyrinth. But if you want to be 100% that's where you're going, it'd be easier to make the trip on foot.
Just roll the dice. Oh, we're back south again.
I don't want to roll the 1 in 5 chance we go the place we want. And that's
I
just
like
a
that.
5 outcomes.
I feel like we're okay enough to be able to get a guide to help us. Maybe, you know what? I'm gonna go check the board and see maybe if there's anything directing in that way. Or I don't know. I'm just gonna go check the board. And my wanders over to the board.
I'm guessing you pick up the guide in Ostilico.
If they're there.
Is there a place we could find? Is there a way we could seek out a guide to meet there, or is there a way we could organize something through the guild to contact a guide for us?
There isn't really a guild established place in Astilco. You have to organize, see if anyone's there, and if there isn't, wait.
Is it possible to be able to organize for when we arrive there?
If you have the money to
Like ahead of
send a
time.
messenger.
Should be able to. How much would it cost for that?
It's about 50 gold per day the animal has to travel.
So 150 gold.
Yeah, 3 days.
I have
think
purpose.
do that.
I can't remember how to get into a freaking quest.
It's in the notes section.
Yeah, coordinated
Nice.
guild all metal tier quests. Ooh, these have changed. Ooh.
I think I saw them before, and I was like, oh wait, we're not there yet.
Yeah, I'll probably be busy, like just sort of getting that all sorted up while I go have a look at the board.
Mhm.
I'll spend the money for the messenger.
Go ahead.
Okay,
If you
yeah,
want
so
to
the
relay what message you want to send, then
Yeah, basically just wanted to relay we're looking for like a guide to get for to I don't know what place is on the other side of those mountains, but I imagine after being told it'd just be that destination.
yeah,
Just basically get
the
through to
capital.
the
They
other
can
side.
get through the capital because that's also a mountain. If you wanted to
Cool,
go
yeah.
to anywhere else, you'd have to specify.
Yep, I'd say to the capital then. And just probably leave it open-ended as like there might be a need depending on what the decision is once you get there, but the main destination is for that currently.
Mhm.
And yeah, whatever else information is like necessary to put down, I imagine just asking what is the formality sort of for this sort of stuff, paragraph, and then yeah, sending that off.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm assuming the country of Tortona is the northern country.
yes.
Tortona is east. Alright. My notes are very extensive. That's all I'm gonna say.
Have fun.
Um,
Phantom Castle?
going and checking in
Yeah.
with these as well
And
with checking these with Mayu. Is it possible to find out some information about some of these some of the locations before we accept the host? Like Dramanis, where is that?
You can know that
Is
Dramanis
Dracana.
is in Dracoon. It's
Okay,
a
so the direction we're going.
It's a separate place to the south of it. Of the
Well, okay,
capital.
on the map it looks like it says Dracanis with a K instead of an M.
Ah, then yeah, it's true. No, that's an M, Dramanis, on the map.
Dracoon and Dramanis. I don't have the big map up actually. I should get the map up. Images.
Yeah, hang on.
Hey, Dracoon
Yeah.
trouble.
You want to do astrological research?
Oh, I see. It's like a separate island.
Yep.
So there's only 2 areas. There's Glacial Corone and Dramanis.
And Stormbluff. Stormbluff is
And Stormbluff.
the capital, but it's a mountain.
Oh, okay.
It's in a mountain. Okay, cool. All right, so that's very far to the south.
That's an evil layer right there at the bottom.
Alright. Yeah.
That would have been easier to get to from Vera via boat.
We shouldn't have that. We didn't.
Well, the quest went updated there. We checked because they're not got quests. So we're not going north.
You will know that Dramatis is a mining town. Without anything, it's one of the major ore suppliers of the whole continent. Just because Kaido was like, oh, that's an evil land. You know that's like one of the major cities in Japan. You've been there before. It's just got a mine in there that handles a lot of different ore.
It held like a really interesting dungeon quest because it was so out of the way. It was like middle high level, but it wasn't the best resources. It was just good aesthetics.
I think I changed.
Everyone loves a mine shop.
I think I changed Dracarnis to Dramanis because they had a lot of Dra in the Drac stuff already. That's probably why that's
That makes sense.
there. Anyway, yeah. If you ask about the other one, K, the Traveling Soldiers, that's like going across the entirety of Koryu. It's not just like a one-stop where you want to go sort of thing. They want to be travelled across different certain points.
Yeah, we have to go west and then back east and probably north and south to certain areas.
Yeah, we can go visit Harfield again.
Your plane doesn't even come out of nowhere. The city markers look for their nest. Experts say the land between major locations.
We couldn't find it when we were looking.
We never checked. We were looking for something, the Scorpion Den. We did that one.
We did run into some Yuanti.
We did. They tried to eat us.
It wasn't friendly.
And we killed them. We killed them all. Interesting.
Oh, we have one that goes in the direction of Jakun.
And there's the special
that's
quest you
fun.
don't need to accept. Yeah.
Yeah, you just
Yes, that's still there.
do that on the way. And then there's the one that goes to Germanus. So
The Dracona Visor, did it say that they were coming from the capital, or were they
Yeah,
just...
they were coming through Stormbluff to Starholm.
So we could theoretically run past it. If,
yeah,
we
so
maybe,
it's-
maybe find something potential.
Yeah.
It got swallowed up by a trial. Poor bastards. Never heard from him again.
Honestly, we should probably, given it's there, we should probably talk to Jorgen Understone. Because if he said seek him out for more information, if it's 1,600 gold plus more, that could be something where we don't know where we have to go in Dracun. I have a feeling if we're going to need to go somewhere, if the Demon Lord is going to be attacking anywhere in particular, Dramanis is going to be a prime area for them to strike. Because it is A, remote, B, incredibly important. So
Yeah,
we might be going there anyway. So meeting the inventor, getting more details from him, and potentially taking that. Worst case scenario, it's a long trip. They're probably not going to want us to be back in a week. So we could always deal with our own stuff and then hit that up on the way before we head back.
Sure.
A stupid idea of me also said thinking about taking the Yuan-Ti one, but rather than going through the mountains, we go south to Avira again and then take a boat. But that just seems like it's a waste of time compared to going across the mountains and seeing if we encounter the advisor.
I like that
Yeah.
one. Personally.
I think,
Going back the way we came.
yeah, I think the first two are kind of the goal. Hit up, take the
Plus,
second
also,
quest,
it keeps
see if
us
we can
out
hit
of the
the first
desert
away.
and stops us from being the ones looking around where we actually have a guide with us.
Exactly.
think it'd be nice to have a new change of scenery at least.
Definitely. Mountains,
Tunnels.
while might be cold, be nice. Being
It's okay,
not
we'll
hot.
just buy some nice warm woolly jumpers or, all the other stuff we'll need. It'll be fun.
Also, I do have the bubble I put up every night.
Cut to the mountain where everyone's freezing because they just bought nice jumpers and nothing more.
Oh, it's hot.
I said other stuff.
No, I'm fine because I bought winter gear like I bought the heatproof gear, so it's fine.
No, I buy just a woolly jumper and then I die of frostbite. No.
Now, after what happened in the desert, I don't trust my body's ability to withstand temperature anymore.
You know, I think,
Lily Jumper. You'll look
all of
cute
us
when you
will.
die.
and that's the most important part. Leave a cute corpse.
Know it.
Need a BRB, sorry.
Not about living. It's not about living a good life. It's leaving a cute body.
Yeah.
Look fabulous, no matter what you do.
I don't know what
including
I
die.
said the clothes were. Can't remember. Was it on your sheets?
Who was, May, you have sending, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Not now, but I can.
Okay.
Do you need me to do something tomorrow?
Well, when we mentioned we have to get a guide, and there's no guarantee there'll be one there, and we might have to wait. If we're going to meet up with the inventor first, Haito mentions to you, maybe it might be a good idea to send to either Jerry. No, is it? No, fuck, wrong city. We didn't go to Stelco. I guess we did. Stelco. Maybe Top Tinker, or like one of the people we met there. Because we took Jerry there, and then we came back.
Jerry.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Shoot.
you
Yeah, I
met
don't
with
have down who we met there.
We have the shopkeeper called Top Tinker that was there. Apparently.
Oh, I'll find it. It should be in here somewhere. I've tried to.
What are you looking for?
And then there was the Ore Master, who is the mayor. We met them as well, and being like, "Hey, Top Tinker, this is a bit sudden. If you can organize a guide for like us, we're arriving in 3 days, we'll give you 100 gold or something."
I have also sent out a message for like guys as well. Like for upon arrival.
Yeah.
That's a suggestion of Parga. So we'll have something.
Might have something.
We'll probably have something.
What's everyone doing this evening? I'm assuming we're resting for the night here.
Definitely. In a city that is not incredibly hot, Hydra takes advantage of the difference in cuisine to be like, let's go get something nice to eat in a nice place that isn't boiling hot. And then it's also just honestly just doing whatever he can in the city to relax and take advantage of the not hot. I don't like the heat, personally. And I've decided Hydra doesn't like the heat either.
Fair.
Yeah, I think May doesn't like the heat either, so is just enjoying being not in a desert. She will check in with the guild people and like just tell them be like, have you seen Z? If you do, can you let us know?
Yep.
Yeah, give them a rundown.
You let Parga
We will-
know.
Yeah, she won't go into details. I think she might just say like Z has something of ours that she said she'd give back to us.
I mean, we've met Kana blazing hot at least once.
Yes.
I think you talk to Parga and be like, listen, we've told Vang this from there, and like just organize to quickly inform Kana the situation. Be like, hey, there's a person called Z. They've got a book. It can be very dangerous. It's probably affecting her mind. If you come across her, give the description. They'll know because we got the quest from 4Z here, and be like, if she shows back up, like please keep an eye out for her.
she might not be herself.
Yeah.
It's basically stolen property too.
Well,
I mean, we have to recover it.
You split the treasure.
like- yeah.
Yeah, but wasn't she took one thing and we kept that, and then she asked if she could basically borrow it?
The deal was for her to eventually give it back.
Yes.
As it's
She took
dangerous.
something else.
It was also not technically yours. It was just a random thing that
it
you
was part
found.
of the quest thing, yeah.
So
Okay. It's not that she has something of ours. She has. We had an arrangement where she is. She's reading this book, and she said she would give the book back to us when she's finished reading it.
My turn.
But
on
also, the book is
Xbox.
very dangerous, and she
A weird way of
she
looking
is
at it.
dangerous with it.
It's like if I find like $50 on the ground and no one's like kind of said, "Hey, this is my $50," and I'm like, "All right, I guess it's mine now." Is it really mine?
Yep.
I mean, that's just the difference in archaeology versus grave robbing at a certain degree.
Belongs in the museum.
Look, I am great at archaeology. It's mine now.
Yeah. We just informed them to be like, "Hey, that situation, cool, easy."
Yeah,
Now we can relax.
Kana comes out. She's all like, "Oh, how's Fang, that old so and so? Is he still a little shit?" And
Yeah.
Yeah, he's almost like half
He's really
exhausted
cool.
after defending his city. No big deal.
she
Very tired, but he's very cool.
Oh, did he lose an arm? Oh, that fucking sucks for him. He didn't? Oh, well, too bad. So sad.
Yeah, that's what I expected.
But, like, I mean, you know that they were guild members together. They worked as an adventuring group. There is a bit of a, like, oh, he's my little brother. I get to fucking bully him. But don't you dare say something bad about him. I'll
He's
kick
a little
your
shit.
ass.
He's my little shit.
But yeah, she congratulates you. All the guilds were made aware of what happened.
Oh, thanks.
The system went across. Like, obviously, those quests would probably be on the board down in the Scarlet Guild. It's just they were not letting anyone do anything for a week.
If we pestered them enough, we might have.
But yeah, they're aware. She congratulates you. And yeah, you're happy. She understands what you needed from her. She gives a note. Now, if there's any other questions you had,
Is there?
Oh.
Actually, I can't bang this. Bang. Sorry. Target this before we even go there. Who is the guild master? And like the main. What is the guild in? Stone's Bluff. Stone Bluff. Stone Bluff.
Is that the Shiro guy?
no, he's in
The
Felsen.
mysterious aloof one? He's the frozen one? Okay.
You are the. You know that everything's called like the ex-adventuring guild, but they usually also have a secondary or tertiary name that's like named after the labyrinth. So like this is this is the Starhome Adventuring Guild, but it's also like the Golden Guild, etc. So you know that the Dracoon Adventuring Guild is in Stormbluff. It's also called the Cobalt or the Blue Guild, mainly
Nice.
the Cobalt Guild. And that the guild leader there I did tell
Okay,
you
I got it.
guys. I just
Yeah,
don't know if I
I've
wrote
got
it down.
it. Glanreal Scorchborn?
That does sound right. I'm just trying to find it. Yeah, Glanreal Scorchedborn.
Cool.
He is a black dragonborn. Sorry, that was quite a fucking noise.
If
Um,
if they have a way of getting messages to other guilds, then he'd be like, "Hey, we have a potential hint that one of the generals might be operating somewhere in Dracoon. Is there a way we can get the warning to them well before we arrive, so they know of it, so they're not caught off guard if something happens?"
you know that even with a guide, you're probably going to take. Your travel time is going to be extensively slower through the mountains, regardless
That's why,
if you have
like,
a guide.
if you've
So
got like
they
a
can-
magical way of sending, then yeah.
they can.
They can.
She can lay that message to Glanreal. And it's just like,
Yeah, that way-
I'll let him. I'll let him. Yeah, I'll let him know. That does sound dangerous. It's good to make sure. We haven't really heard of anything else happening yet. But if you've been granted knowledge, it's good to make sure.
Yeah, I just straight up just like we believe a general is active there, and they may have one of the holy relics. So
Yeah.
not a good situation to be in.
Also, sorry.
Anyone who wants to make a game history check can.
Sure.
Yeah, I'm in game
Yeah,
history.
yep.
Yeah. No.
27.
Yeah. Actually, I'll.
That sounds about right.
27.
Hayato
High
and
five.
Kaede, you know that Scorchborn is a name that you remember. But with like nat 20s, you probably understand the reason of that, and it's not because like this is a person that's like you don't believe that this person will be related to an NPC. You know that Scorchborn is like the generic. It's like the stones.
Oh, yep.
Like an orphan has this last name because they're an orphan from this area.
Yeah.
So Scorchborn is the orphan is the name there. So it's not really like beneficial to you, but you know that like, oh, this name's familiar. Oh, I know why it's familiar. Like there's a whole bunch of people called Scorchborn there.
Oh, the Scorchborn, basically the orphan title.
Yeah, I think Vang did mention he was an orphan, because I have that written down.
Easy.
Scorchborn?
Which one? But yeah,
Yeah.
I think letting them know that potentially, not telling them exactly which relic they have, because I don't know if that's too much information, but just saying that if they have a relic and that they're there, it's like, be fucking careful. It's pretty much the message he's trying to get across.
Yeah, you tell that
They
level
could,
16
they're,
new boss.
they're most likely, almost positive, very dangerous.
I mean,
No,
I don't know,
almost
it's
positive, 100% positive.
you catch them by surprise, they're fucked.
Of course.
Yeah, 100% positive, very dangerous.
And they're stronger now because we killed one of them, so the others all get stronger.
Oh, yeah.
Oh
Yes.
boy.
And that.
I'd like to know by helping we're only making things worse.
I mean, we are helping still, though. Nothing we can do to stop the Sin Serenade. So, yeah, that's pretty much it, because Haito's going to leave the acquisition of cold weather equipment for when we're near the mountains. So instead, yeah, he's focusing, he's like, hey, get the warning out, get the shit organized, get information out, fucking relax. Have try to have the equivalent of as good of a relaxing evening he can with, you know, companions, with the friends he's made along the way,
Who's that?
and then ditch those friends and just spend the night with my.
Yeah, makes sense.
I thought you were going to say ditch your friends and spend the night with your books.
No.
Oh wow.
Studying.
I think like for the most part, mine is like she goes along with the going out and eating and all that sort of stuff. But as the night goes on, she's probably like dwindles off a little bit as like ends up turning in a little earlier.
Yeah, then I have to ditch the friends. Like, all right, cool. You two have fun. Here's some money to go drink and stuff. Bye.
You can't even be us money.
What?
How nice
The
of them.
problem with it?
No, I just thought you didn't have money.
I have 761 gold.
Oh shit.
He's
Yeah,
got
great.
I was gonna say a sugar money because I have like 1,500 gold.
No. If it becomes too
Yeah.
much of a leash, I can show you what to do. No, yeah. I imagine for Kaede, it's probably a weird one, because it's been a while since we've been back in Starholm. It's almost like partly like, even though like not a huge amount of time has happened, a lot has happened in that small time. So it almost feels that little bit nostalgic coming back, like after a period. But also like with a slightly sort of, after like all the stuff that's been like so slowly happening. Yeah, I don't know, it's like kind of been taking in that moment of like being like level 50 and going back to a level 10 area. It's like, oh, it's very different. Like, and it's kind of like making you a bit more like retrospective, I guess, on the journey ahead. So it's probably more in
Remember
like
the
those
simple-
thoughts.
Yeah,
You
remember the
feel-
simple days when this was the hardest thing we had to deal with.
Well, it's also that, but I guess like it does sort of bleed into like a lot of the trauma that's still there, I imagine. Like
You feel-
everything that happened.
Like you are in the right state to make an insight check on people, or do you think that like Kaide's sort of in her own head more at the moment?
She probably could. Like, I don't see why I don't see her being like fully in her head. It's just more. I think it's the opposite. I think it's because of those like. I wouldn't say the nostalgia here is the best. She's trying to focus away from it.
Yeah, I
So-
feel like this is why I'm asking as well, because of the situation, the place we're in as well.
Yeah, I'd say
I'd like
yeah,
you to
she's
make an
focusing
insight
away
check.
from it. Was it 11
Nah.
get me?
Got nothing.
Yeah,
let me
I can't
choose
help you,
fuck
bud.
all.
maybe it's just like the moments where like those cracks just don't align when the other person's looking in that regard. Like it's there. Maybe if she were to see it properly, she would know it. But like maybe just in those moments, that's where like maybe they'll just cross path, like a path that we remember taking like after our death, like walking back through. It's just like that's caught her mind.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But I imagine not much. Like it's similar in the sense of like Haito. It's like she wasn't really expecting to dislike the heat as much, but this form that she has doesn't like it at all. Doesn't like harsh temperatures. So she's probably similarly like kind of using this time to just relax herself a bit more. Like like coming back to the start now, taking a breath before taking that next part of the journey. Even if now it's a bit more like kerfuffled, like a lot of emotions, like both at the forefront, hidden within all that sort of stuff, it's still just trying to put that into like compartments.
Mm.
He spends the most of the evening back in the sort of near the guild areas where they used to spend like some of the early afternoons. Maybe just like seeing if she recognizes anyone, but like doesn't really do anything about it.
Pop in and out travel when we're going around and just having a good time. Just pop in and say, hi, Jerry, and leave.
What's May doing?
I mean, yeah, I think Maze is after checking in with the guild, she's like somewhere in between Kaede and Haito, where she's like, like reminiscing, looking around, like checking in with the people that they've previously met, and yeah, it's just trying to enjoy the like being back in Starhome and the little bit of relaxation they have before going out to this big task they have ahead of them.
Okay. As the day passes, and it is now the 11th on the 1st, got there, the 2nd there, on the 3rd, or yeah, so the 5th, that's right. On the 5th of October, you will wake up in Starhome. Do you immediately head out?
I mean, we wanted to meet up with the inventor to get the potentially set up the extraordinary ore quest as well. We told Parker about it the day before as well.
No. As you wake up, she gives you a note onto where his thing is. It's in the crafting district of town. His laboratory, as he likes to call it.
Laboratory.
You enter, you see a dwarven man. A little more eccentric than you used to, like with the NPCs. He seems a little like most dwarves are very like stoic and like need to get to know them, and then they open up, and then they're like hardy. This guy seems like on coffee for a dwarf.
Oh.
And he's like, "Oh, welcome. Are you the adventurers that I heard about?"
Yes, we planned a trip out to Dracon and saw that your quest that you posted requested heading down to Germanus, and thought, while we're on the way, why not help out a person in need?
Great. As from the thing you can see, I need a supply of mithril and adamantine. I need quite a lot. Very much a bulk buy. I need someone to go there with this, as he hands out like a request form. This will handle business transactions. I've used it before. if you can make a better deal than what's offered, then let me know. And then set up, while you're there, a shipping route. They'll be able to help you pick locations and method of travel. It's just whatever works well, and I'm offering 1,600 gold. And if everything works out better than what I wanted, happy to offer some more.
Fair enough. So, seems fine to all of you. Go there, set an order, organize it, and come back.
Hey,
Yeah, that sounds awesome.
okay.
Perfectly fine. Sorry, I'm just like compartmentalizing what he said.
Yeah, you see,
It was a lot very quickly.
yeah. It's like you look around the thing. He's got like a whole. He's not he doesn't look like a typical smith. He seems to be making weird mechanical things. You can't really tell what exactly.
Well, AJ, with my my other level in artificer, does any of this jump out to Haito as potentially tinkering more than smithing? More artificery works over smith works?
There's definitely a forge here. So at least part of what he's doing is proper smithing. There are tinker's tools established there. You know, you can see the specific tools that are like micrometers and like very niche things that probably have like one specific use. There is plenty of those tools there. You can tell that he's probably some inventor of some kind, whether he's a full-on artificer or just like a tinkerer. That's probably have to ask him that, but you can tell that like his both like whatever his works is, it can range in like the hyper specific and delicately small, or it can be massive. There's definitely an air of like this, especially given like what material he's requesting. There's definitely some sort of magic involved in his process.
Yeah, it looks like Haito brings this up. So you go.
I was gonna say, like, my hype is just looking around being like, this looks really interesting. What do you make? If you don't mind me asking.
Things is, I guess, is the best way to say that. I work on commission. People request things of me, and just need to stock up on the mithril and the adamantine. Some very interesting, detailed mechanical works. They require some magic, and adamantine is necessary in the craft. That was my last build exactly, but as of now, some personal pet projects involving infusions and with metal, not any elixir-based things. That's not my cup of tea.
What do you think would be your favorite thing to make?
He sort of like stops there, stunned for a second, like
fuck.
full on like. Those with a decent insight without a trick, you can see he's like fundamentally categorizing everything he's ever made in his brain and subjectively and objectively picking the correct answer.
Oh, I've been there, buddy. Don't you
And
worry.
he's a dwarf, so that's like
thing.
centuries of things there.
Mate, you know, I get that. I have that exact same stare. I'm not that old.
It gets
This man's
awkward.
brain just hit CPU overload / not enough RAM while he tries to catalog every item in his brain possible.
It gets awkward around the 10-minute mark, and he still hasn't said
God.
anything.
I'm just
Maya
looking
doesn't
around at
seem
this
to
point.
pick up on that. She's kind of just like looking between him with like a big smile on her face, looking at around at his stuff, looking at the group, looking back at him again, and maybe after like a little bit, she's like, "It's okay. I think it's all fantastic. Sometimes I can't choose my favorite thing to bake, so." Yeah, if I had to choose what my favorite thing to bake, I'd probably struggle to. I think it's great. We'll get you all the stuff that you need, and hopefully we can get a really good deal for you.
He does not respond. He's still thinking. Like he.
Yeah, I like to think after the 5-minute mark, I've just kind of half left like the full conversation circle and just start looking around, just seeing what he's working on.
Yeah. Like as
Yeah,
you-
the same. Haito's like very afterwards, like a few minutes of silence, and we're like, "Why? Still thinking?" He's like, "Well, I was just gonna ask him to come back, but I guess have a look at a few things we've been working on now." Just He's a bit stuck. I'm not gonna touch anything, but just have a look, gander. Have a
Yeah,
look.
roll an investigation. This is like there's plenty of things to look at. It's just the investigation is going to determine how interesting something will be.
Oh, can I get a roll as well? No.
Actually,
Yeah.
22.
If you want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna no thoughts head empty this.
Like, I'm partially, like, inclined to this sort of stuff, but it's not my expertise.
I mean, but it is.
Yeah, it's cool, though.
Uh,
I'm more thinking, can I put a microwave?
there are
Investigation
What about
is your
a fridge?
expertise.
Good.
No. Rebecca said, what about a fridge? And I'm like, no, please not again.
There are several interesting things. A lot of magical items have definitely been crafted here. You can tell, like, you see the plans for them, and while not exactly the thing, you can give a quick glance and go, oh, this seems to, like, function like that. The things that interest the both of you, Haito, you notice that there's, like, that picture of the guy with, like, the 6 arms and legs, and it's, like, Da Vinci's, like, essence of a man thing.
Yeah.
There's a much smaller one for a dwarf, and schematics to make, like, a robot out of, like, that
With 6
looks like a
arms and 6
dwarf.
legs.
No, just like it's a dwarf robot, but he's using that like image to help him like get proportions for his size and all that. And it seems to be like an almost like replica version of him made out of metal. And as you like you have a look around, you see that like on one of the shelves seems to be like an almost completed head structure that's like 85% of the way looking like exactly like him.
I just like it looks like it's neat. This can't end poorly at all. Duplicating yourself through machinery, lovely.
And
That's fine.
Kaede, for you, the most I think this will interest you the most out of everything. There seems to be guns are not like they're common in this world, but there seems to be some sort of like mixing of magical with machinery of gun. There seems to be a lot of arcane structures in the internal rim of a barrel. You can't tell exactly what it's going to do, but it looks neat. Like it's
Is one of a gunblade?
no, it's like a long range sniper rifle with like arcane runes within the
That's
within the
cool.
barrel.
I'm
And
gonna
some
note
on
that
the
down for
outside.
later. I'm gonna note that down in my brain for later.
And
Is there anything like? I'm assuming there's not really anything like jewelry related at all. It's mostly just like smithy
there
sort of stuff.
are like mechanical. You can tell, like as you said before, he works on commission. There are like music boxes. There are beautiful pieces of metalwork that he has like crafted, and as one would look at as a person who can make like statues that look like the cloth is almost transparent sort of deal. He's quite a skilled metalsmith. And there are beautiful little like animatronics that he's been made with mechanical things that he looks like he's currently building a couple of them without like the casing that they're supposed to go inside or like the mechanical parts. He seems to be like working on the gears and stuff, but like the actual animatronic itself is like some beautiful almost pristine metalwork to make like a ladder shaped like dancer.
I think I'm looking at seeing music boxes. Like, Maya would just stop and just spend the rest of the time just looking at like one particular music box, and then she'd just be looking at that the whole time instead of like striking conversation with anyone.
Just found myself a Call of Duty sniper rifle in my fantasy game.
As it's not like a modern day sniper rifle by any means necessary. It's
Yeah.
like a Garand sort of type thing.
So cool.
Still.
Yeah. If May also looking or just sort of there.
She'll have a look around.
Yeah.
While waiting. Like she's definitely like patiently waiting for him to respond, but she'll look at things in the meantime.
Yeah, as you look around, it just seems to be interesting, like things that he's made. He seems to have like several commissions running along. He's got like several benches, each with different things. To anyone else, this is like madman stuff. You would not understand how like these braces of defense would work well with this. With the music boxes that are on the same table. To him, it probably makes perfect sense, but to everyone, it's like, he has an interesting way of setting up his
He's
shop.
going to create a dancer that uses the braces. I don't know why I don't understand.
And after like everyone's sort of looking around for 5-10 minutes, it's like, I believe objectively my favorite piece was a very simple, elegant ring that I made for my grandmother before she passed.
Very
actually
respectable
wholesome.
choice. Yeah.
What? Like take Mayu a little bit to sort of like bounce back to that, and she'd just be like, "Oh, that sounds lovely."
Aye.
Well,
Thank
I
you.
think an opposite. As soon as he starts speaking, like I believe it's like, oh, okay, well, like the kind of like I was probably nearby and I just hear him speaking. It's like the little jumps. Like, oh, he's back.
But yeah, instead of like that really over the top bubbly self that she was before, she's just completely like dropped that now.
Honestly, this shop is extremely impressive.
Uh,
Designs here, which I don't even know how it come to be.
It comes to me sometimes in dreams, and I don't really think like normal folk.
Like a visage from someone else.
No, like schematics just fill my brains and they seem interesting, so I remember, wake up and then put it down. And then if I feel like staying up, I start making it.
Is that a similar story as to what created this? And like she sort of like gestures to like the grand like rifle.
That hasn't really been made. That this is all conception. I was thinking about ammunition and how while rudimentary and work, you can get enough physical force out of gunpowder and blast powder. And I was looking at alternatives using propulsion made entirely out of magic. He's sort of like rubbing his hands over his face and like scratching different parts of his arms and face as he's talking. Throughout this entire like experience, when he's conversing, he's looking at you for a bit and then looking away. When like this is brought up, he's mainly only looking at like this specific object of what you want to talk about.
Yeah, and I imagine like for the way Kaede is coming across this, it's like still the fascination is like genuine in that regard, but it's more along the lines of like, you know, it's fascinating that something like this came to be in the type of world that this is. Like she is more wondering like how something so similar and familiar to like a non-magical world found its way into one that is.
The problem is, how do you etch the inside of a barrel? Well, I know how you can do it with like, I've heard of a thing of maybe adding like some marks within it. You can bore into the bullet itself and make it more aligned, but runes, that's going to be interesting, especially the length of the barrel. You get very particular tools made for that.
Does it need to be on the inside?
Well, how guns work, and he goes into like a detailed
Yeah.
explanation how the like combustion needs the pressure, and so the best way to generate the pressure would be within the barrel instead of any other force. And while you can probably achieve that with runes on the outside, which there are a few, but he's explaining like these are like stability runes to make sure that the barrel doesn't explode on magical pressure.
Which makes total sense in reality.
Yeah, so he needs to have the so he's like, well, if I wanted to put the on the outside, then there wouldn't be enough rooms for the protection, and then the gun will falter after one shot. But the inside's also good
And now
for
we're
pressure.
outside of what I know.
Yeah, it's like he just explains like how guns work, which
Man just explained how guns work in a magical world, and I'm like, that's impressive.
if I
I don't know this much.
Yeah, like, first he explains like how guns work with like how like the actual bullets fire, and then he's
I was like, oh yeah, that makes sense.
and then now we have to
How?
make it magically. He's like, so we have to replicate gunpowder exploding with probably fire and air pressure and magic. So it like goes on for a little bit, but like you are thoroughly lost at that point.
I imagine the funny thing as well is that if he ever paid it, which he probably isn't, but if he was paying attention even slightly, it'd be very weird to see how someone kind of understands how gunpowder works pretty on like a conceptual level, and then like somewhat keeps up with like what you're talking about with the arcane before falling off. Like, but obviously doesn't understand that, and like it's just explaining it because that's what he's doing. But it's like that very weird sort of thing. It's like this person probably should know, but like it's interesting to have the conversation. And yeah, just sort of like eventually sort of turned back to the others who like were mostly waiting. It's like, was there anything else we needed to ask while here, or was that all the information we needed?
I believe we're good. We have the basic information. We will deliver this promissory note, and get you sorted out. We'll try to. I'm assuming we can attempt to let you know how the deal goes shortly after, magic and all that. But,
If there are any complications, feel free to message me. I'm aware of how the sending spell works.
Aye, easy. Cool. Alrighty. Have fun. We will be back, hopefully, with news of your delivery. Bye. Like,
May still like doesn't even notice that you're all leaving.
I had to like just
Imagine-
as he does that, he like kind of puts one hand on his shoulder, like, okay, it's time to go now.
We'll be leaving now.
Okay. Thank you for your time.
I can make you one.
Sort of like stops at that. I have to go. I'm sorry. And like rushes out the door.
How much?
Not much. No price.
You sure?
Consider it payment.
Fair
She
enough.
needs this, I think.
Hachi just nods to him, like, all right. Well,
I think Kaya does at the same time, just with a nod.
you will see. You will see us again.
Don't die.
We won't.
Do you know much about putting spells onto items?
Enchanting, I can do that. Yes.
Okay, okay.
What,
Well, yes, I will-
items onto spells, or spells onto items.
Spells onto items, so you
Yes.
can cast the spell with just the item.
Yes.
Ooh. We'll see about that later. But we, like, she, like, gestures to the, like, note he gave Haito. We have a job to do.
I look, you kind of want a sniper rifle now.
What do you mean low key? What do you mean low
A
key?
ranger with a sniper rifle.
I mean, that sounds badass, does it not?
Yes.
I'll take the disadvantage while standing up. I
my
don't
gosh,
care.
you-
It's a sniper rifle.
So you use a longbow, right? Not exactly.
Yes, but technically no.
Yeah. As you all leave, what's everyone doing? Is it just immediate travel?
I think if people would, yeah, I think if people want it, like, we have a lot of travel to do, so might as well get started on it, kind of situation.
Did you need to get any more like rations after the few days, or you still got enough to keep us moving along?
I mean, we've been stopping in cities every night,
Yeah, yeah.
so we haven't really had to like. I'm happy to burn some gold because we haven't had to burn really rations because of that. I think given there's 1 day in the forest or on the road, and then we're in another town again, so we only really use 4 days of rations out of the 81 days I bought so far.
Well,
No,
that's I
it's
guess
probably a lot more
that's I guess
food.
another question.
Oh,
Did we
okay.
wanna...
We're
Oh, we're fine. My question was, did we want to like take the route south, or did we want to go north? Because the north means we don't go through cities, but it's more isolated in that regard. Or we go through towns and cities.
well, yeah, but the route we took with Jerry was kind of like straight across, but like slightly north around the forest.
Yeah, that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Like it was like that path around. That is the only caveat to that. It would have been something that would have been pushed. It would have just been something that was mentioned, is to like to see what other people were feeling.
Yeah, or otherwise we could like go south again to Citadel, and then to Motimus, and then to Ostilco.
Map up the games that closes it. I'm pretty sure if we're trying to be as fast as possible, what is it called? For you, we don't want to go back to like we would skip student now. We basically 1, 2, 3, 4. We'd go straight to basically we'd go straight to Motimus either by south or north, and then from Motimus we go to Stilco. But we'd have if we go to student now, we basically have an extra day of travel. So we'd skip that.
Then we'll just because then just be a day in the forest to get to Motimus, and then straight to Ostlaka.
Yep.
So you want to go like cut directly through the forest?
What's the worst thing that could happen?
Like that.
Plus, that's normal pace. If you wanted to fast pace it, you could.
Bandits?
Yeah, I was thinking what we could do is we could just take the bandits is the worst part I'm thinking of. I was thinking like we could probably take just that little northish part, and then just do slightly faster on that second day, just to get that extra square. Because I think it's like 4 and 5 from my count. 1, 2, 3, 4. And
It's
then
11.
1, 2, 3, 4,
It's 11 tiles to Astilco from where we are now, no matter which path we take.
Well, I was thinking if
You
we
can do
were to
4
take
and
like
3 to Motimus.
2 days to get to Motimus, and then 1 to Ostilco, if that's what we wanted. Unless we just want to go direct to Ostilco.
As in, no matter which way we do, it's going to be a 3-day trip. Even if we go for a fast pace, it's still going to be a 3-day trip.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's either way.
With
I think we'll
at least 1 day in the forest.
I'd probably go against the forest, because I don't think, while I am like great with like being able to keep track of where I'm going, that's a bit harder when I don't see where I'm going.
Very simple. Then we already know the road heads south, so we just go that way,
Yeah.
Yep.
and then that way,
Yeah.
and then that way. That's what we do. Easy.
Okay.
11 tiles.
Alright. Since that's the case, let me actually. pull up
Yeah,
the
north or
map.
south, it's 11 tiles.
Or if it means following roads, we can also do like that. It means we avoid the forest a bit more. It's the same distance in the end.
The road goes from Pseudoneld to Motemis. There isn't a road from Koryu to Motemis unless you go north.
Yeah, so I'm saying we head south and then meet the road for Pseudoneld, then follow that to Motemis.
Okay. Yeah, all good. Any scene people on, or do we want to fast travel to Ostilco? If you're following the roads, there's no real need to do checks or anything.
I don't think I have any important scenes at the moment.
I'm trying to think
No.
if I do. But I think at the current moment, probably not. But the small things from today are kind of at least noted in Kaya's mind.
Okay.
But she, of course, as usual, doesn't really approach to confront it.
And my book is I'm done finishing my spare spell book when we reach Ostlika.
Alright. It is the 8th of October as you arrive at Ostilco towards the mid-afternoon. You've been here before. It is a mining town with, I believe there's a mine that goes into the mountains, but let me double check my notes. So many documents are open.
So many documents.
Notes, mega notes. There we go. Wrong place. Keep going. Keep coming.
You're good. You're good.
Yep. Yeah, as you arrive, there seems to be a whole lot of things. It is very much a mining-based town. There is a small farm on the outside, but not much more than that. You've got like the mines, you've got the forge, you've got the metal refinery. This whole town is about the metals. As you arrive there at the outpost and the inn. Oh, there is an outpost there. I'm wrong. As you arrive at the outpost, you approach the attendant there. As you enter, you just see a male dwarf, and he's just like, "Are you the people who requested someone beforehand?"
Yes, that would be us.
Right. We got your message a couple days ago. And there has been someone. He works for 25 gold a day. I think he does. Could be more. A little bit of an issue. He doesn't speak common. He understands it very well, but he points over to a table where you see a blue-tinged goblin sort of sitting there.
Yes!
Wearing like there's mountain like stuff. He's got the pants on, but obviously like the jackets.
We'll keep him
off on the other side. His name is Grunk.
We'll take him.
Writing that down.
Look at that party. Does anybody speak Goblin?
Just kind of
Yeah,
like finger to the head, just like scratching the temple, just like not really wanting to say she does, but she does.
That's a yes then. Okay, cool.
Wait.
We're good. Thank you very much for organizing that.
Yeah, can I ask, is it known what other languages he does speak?
Goblin.
Yeah. Is
Sweet.
there anything else? That's it? Okay.
Slow shakes of the head.
By happen chance, primordial.
Was
Do you
maybe some
speak-
Sylvan?
Does he speak Australian?
Is he a druid?
These can.
I believe he's a ranger.
Hell no. God bless. Grog.
What a hero.
I like Grunk already.
Alright,
At least
I
since
guess.
since it's basically 11 o'clock, are we going to be ending it soon, AJ?
Yeah, I was probably going to introduce you and start you off on the next day with travel. So if there's
Oh, you
anything
wanna do that
do
after?
beforehand,
No.
Aside from picking up some winter wear gear, then that's really it.
that'll be fun.
I was just-
a piece, and
I was,
put that in
I was
shit
just
together.
about to say I would introduce us for him, but we can
Yeah.
wait for next time.
No, I was gonna do the introduction and then start with the mountain trip next session.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Then I guess like sort of after that sort of like slow few like minute or so, just like you're like, oh, what can we do? She's like, I'll just step up.
Mhm.
I'll move towards Grung.
Mhm.
And in weirdly perfect goblin.
Mhm.
A bit more polite than what a normal goblin would sound, I imagine, because it's still using the sort of formalities for Kaede.
Mhm.
It's a small like bow, and it's like, I believe you are the one waiting for us, Grunk, correct?
Yes, I am Grunk.
Uh,
Very unfortunately, while this conversation sounds normal to Kaede, to the others, it's like, yeah, no! To both of
Yep.
them. Like, both of them are speaking these weird guttural grunts, very sharp inhales and noises. Very embarrassing for Kaede, who currently can't hear
Yep.
what she's saying, because, like, full conversation's being said in Goblin. But it is like.
I like to think
yips.
though that she does indeed know what it sounds like because
Yeah.
she's heard the
Yeah,
sort of
you've
styles.
heard it in the game, so you're like, oh god.
She can only imagine what it's gonna sound like.
Yeah, it's like yips, barks, and guttural noises. This is a conversation.
Yo, it's like Tyrannies from Ratchet and Clank. Hell yeah. Yeah, it's just like
Traditionally it's 25 gold per day, but given the size of your party, I might have to up that to about 35.
how many days roughly would it take to get there? Out of curiosity.
So we're going to Stormbluff. Izzy pulls out a map. He's pointing at it like normally, like even like outside. He's not pointing at it radically, like slapping it down, pointing hard. He seems to be very careful in this. It just sounds weird.
He just sounds chaotic.
Let me get the Dracon map up again. So there is one. I believe your here shows like. Well, we move slower in the mountains. I know some passes, but it's still going to be a bit of a tedious trip. It'll take maybe about 3 days, pushing on 4, to get to Stormbluff. If you wanted to go elsewhere, you'd have to let me know.
It's about 105, maybe 140. It's sort of like thinks upon it, like sort of like taking in the information, like 3 to 4 days, like nodding along.
There is a bit, there is hazard pay involved, but if there is a life or death situation, and I do find myself heavily injured in that regard, there is another 500 gold stipend.
Does that sound about right from rough memory of like information I might have gotten from like we would have before from like Z on those regards? Like close-ish.
Hazard pay?
Yeah.
Well, she hired you, so it's different.
Right,
This
it was the other way
is-
around. Okay, yeah. This is hiring them.
This
Yeah,
is
okay,
just
cool.
like, the creatures here are dangerous. You know that they're potential for dragons and giants and all that.
Oh, neat.
Given that
Is that
it is a mountainous region, so like he looks very assured. He's like, it's just a matter of principle. If things
Yeah, of
head
course.
very south, recovery pay.
And what sort does resting situation look like? Is there need to be for a watch for protection? Is there like, little
a watch will
outposts we're
be
using?
A watch will be necessary. There are small caves that we can enter.
Okay. And you say about 3 to 4 days. Is that like with normal, like sort of assuming like nothing's in the way, like, or is that like a faster pace?
That would be as fast as I would be willing to travel.
Of course.
He sort of brings down the map. He's like, well, traveling outside of here, he says, like, sort of makes a path to like Motemis and Estoko, saying they're like 4 tiles. That would be a standard day's rate. As he points them out, 2 tiles is a standard day of walking through this mountain pass.
I see. She nods along. That seems perfectly fine to my regards. I just need to turn back to my companions to confirm exactly what we wish to do, and we'll let you know.
Once you get to Stormbluff, it is easier to travel out. It's another day off the mountains itself, but anywhere outside of it, while extremely cold, is much easier to travel through.
Useful information, thank you very much. And yeah, like a bow, like of course, there's been normal formalities for her.
He nods
And then,
back.
then turns back, and then just in like common. So we might have something that will work pretty well.
Cool.
And then like I was like, I'm just waiting that little moment of like, just going from complete goblin to common, letting that just sort of like slightly sink in, and then I'll regurgitate the information basically.
No. As you all buy winter gear, is there any pre-travel day scenes people want?
As much as I'd like to, I had a really late night and bad night's sleep last night, so I really need to call it now.
Okay.
But if you guys want to, I'm happy to just step out on my own.
I think we're good here. We can always pick up.
Yeah, I think beginning travel next session is probably the best way to go.
Yep.
Yeah, I haven't got anything.
So as the morning rises on the 9th of October, you, Grunk, and Grunk all get ready in your winter gear, and you start heading off into the Storm Peaks. And we'll call that session there.
Right. Thank you very much for session.
No problem.
Grunk is the new Z and is already my favorite.
It's not hard to beat someone that stole your book.
Well, I
We
mean,
didn't steal it.
Grunk,
It
Grunk is
wasn't
Grunk.
ours.
Grunk's a normal person.
Listen, I don't care about the whole book stealing thing. Grunk is Grunk. That's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
He's so polite.
I'll let
Have a
AJ
good
wrap it up.
Yeah,
Okay, cool.
yeah, if you guys want to head off, you can. There's the links to my stuff. I'm trying to get this going, but seems to be an issue with the extension I'm using on Google.
Oh,
But
thanks
yeah,
for session, guys.
See you later.
no
Alright.
problem.
Yeah.
What?
The link's not working.
Oh no, I can't act. I've got an extension to suspend tabs, so it saves RAM
So?
on Google Chrome, and it's not letting me load the save again. Unsuspend. Oh, fuck. Okay, I'll do it later. If you want to participate in the egg lock, there's a link on several things to click. Tuesday is more Persona 4 Golden. We're doing the Mitsuo dungeon. It's going to be lots of fun. Wednesday is going to be more Digimon World redigitized. There is more game than I thought there was, so let's do that without any guide. Thursday, we've been talking, it might be the finale of Untitled Bring Us Minecraft series, or at least a pause for stream. We'll definitely be playing off the stream if people want to. I'll put the server up. But with constant crashing, if that's not fixed with hardware up, with a more RAM dedicated to it, and what's going on, there isn't really much anyone's doing except building houses and create.
More RAM takes a while to download.
Yeah, there's not much going on more than anything else, so we might be thinking of something else after next week. If we want to come back to it, we definitely will. Is the be all and end all, but the small stop on the series at that point. I think discuss more during the week.
An orange stop sign.
Yeah, we'll slow down. The car can pass through, but at its own pace. Friday, I finished Shantae. If you want to participate, follow the link to the Discord and you can vote on what's gonna play. The options are Okami, Devil May Cry 2, Transistor, Banjo-Kazooie, and Eastward. I believe so far Okami is winning, and Funny Dog Game is Funny Dog Game. And then, yeah, next Saturday is Echoes of the Forgotten session. I think 82? 80. Session 80. Still a big number. But yeah. And in 2 weeks' time, chapter 33. Thanks for coming. Hope you had a good time, and talk to you later.
Bye.
Bye.